Greetings and good evening from Rocket Stadium here at Neenah High School. We are technically in the village of Fox Crossing, right outside of Neenah. But this is the site of one of the biggest games of the night in the state of Wisconsin. Two of the best teams going at it in the state of Wisconsin. It's a WIAA Division II state football semifinal showdown. Top-ranked Homestead taking on third-ranked West De Pere. Winner goes on to the state championship game next Thursday afternoon at Camp Randall Stadium down in Madison. I am Brett Christopherson with USA Today Network Wisconsin, the Post-Crescent, the Green Bay Press Gazette, whatever label you want to put on me. But so happy that you could all join us for our Cellcom Varsity Game of the Week live stream, our final football game of the season. Unbelievable how fast this has gone this fall. Hanging out with me as always is Jim Rosandick. He's the mad scientist, pushing the buttons and manning the high-definition cameras, making sure the stream looks good to go. But joining me is a treat, and it's going to be a definite treat for all of the Homestead fans, the southeastern part of the state. We dug deep into the bullpen again. We got the burly right-hander. I call Mike Sherry that as well, but I'm going to call this guy the same thing because he's a hard-throwing closer, and I know he's going to do a great job on our live stream tonight. It is the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel's J.R. Radcliffe. J.R., thanks for making the trip up from Milwaukee area, and I know you're looking forward to this game. We're happy to have you.
I am. It's awesome. I of course covered prep sports for a long time. Don't often get to do things like this, but here we are, and yeah, maybe I'm giving a little bit of the Southern representation having Homestead in this game. I don't feel like a closer. That feels unfair. Ricardo Arguello is the best at this. I feel like maybe he got injured right at the biggest moments of the year, postseason. So you got to rely on an old veteran to see if he still has a little tiny bit left in the tank. That's what it is. This is my first experience at the new Neenah High School, third year.
Quite the place, isn't it?
It is ridiculous.
Yeah.
This is a very different experience than the Neenah High School I grew up with.
Because you're a Kaukauna native. You're a Fox Valley native.
Guy.
Yeah.
Fox Valley guy. All of my interests are conjoined here tonight with two undefeated football teams. West De Pere, Neenah. You've got Brett. We've got this standard clash of styles. Although I think that's a little unfair because West De Pere has a quarterback who's got the state record for career touchdown passes.
Right.
Homestead has passed the ball 33 times
right.
all season. I thought maybe Patrick Greason's average passes per game was going to surpass the total number of passes that Homestead has thrown this season. It is not that. It's close. 27.5 I think is the number I saw versus 33. But man, West De Pere can run the football
they
too.
can.
They've got a guy who's run for 1,700 yards. They've got so some balance. You know, they're not just slinging it all over the field. And Homestead will tell you that they can throw the ball a little bit too. We saw that last week. They had to beat Monona Grove in a bit of a thriller in level 3, and that required some passing late in the game. Lee Zortman, the quarterback, is the junior son of Homestead head coach Drake Zortman. So there's some intrigue that way. It's still in my mind. Team that passes versus a team that runs. It's going to be one of those games, but this is very exciting. I love level 4. State semifinal. I don't know what our terminology is anymore. I am, as you know, out of the game for quite some time, but I love these games. Usually there's snow on the ground and it's like frigid, and it's the team that like survives that gets to go to Camp Randall Stadium. But, today we've got 59, 55 degree weather, whatever we're at. It's very comfortable, and it's going to be a really fun game.
You mentioned, you're right. We've had state semifinal games where it's been bitter cold, snow on the ground, brutal conditions. Tonight, there's no wind, so that really helps Patrick Greisen and that Phantoms offense. Sometimes you get crazy weather where it is windy, and then all of a sudden that negates the passing game a little bit. So if you're Homestead, you're kind of mad at Mother Nature. You're hoping for a nice windy mid-November night. But this is, Bound Wisconsin state coaches poll, Homestead number 1 in the final coaches poll, West De Pere number 3, both undefeated. Clash of the Titans for sure. And we're going to see who moves on. Jarrett, take a break. Take a sip of water. Relax. I'm going to do the game notes here that I put together, and then I know you got a bunch as well that we can talk about throughout the course of the live stream. But I'm going to start with West De Pere, 12-0. The Phantoms, as I mentioned, ranked 3rd in Division II in the final BoundWisconsin.com state coaches poll. And they're coming off a 42-14 victory over Union Grove last Friday. That was a WIAA Division II state quarterfinal matchup up at De Pere. West De Pere led 21-0 at the half and cruised from there. Quarterback Patrick Greisen had another big night, throwing for 263 yards and 4 touchdowns on 17 of 25 passing. Braylon Stegall caught 2 of those TDs on his only 2 receptions of the game as he finished with 35 receiving yards. Judea Niskern also had a touchdown catch and wound up with 3 receptions for 55 yards. Ryan Lutz, he had the other TD reception on a 42-yard score. Lutz also led the way in rushing with 270 yards and a touchdown on 25 carries. Overall, the Phantoms ran for 258 yards and totaled 540 yards of offense. Wow, prolific. Defensively, Lali Delgado and Cooper Borowitz each tallied 6 tackles. Ethan Collar was credited with a fumble recovery. On the season, Gryson, boy, what can you say about him? He's been sensational in throwing for 3,325 yards and 44 touchdowns while completing 69% of his passes. He does have 8 interceptions, but that's in 330 passing attempts. That's a lot of attempts. Lutz is the team leader in rushing with 1,707 yards and 24 touchdowns. As JR said, they can run it as well as sling it around the ball field here. He's averaging 7.8 yards per carry. Niskern is tops in receiving with 1,028 yards and 16 TDs on 59 catches. His longest reception for the season is 69 yards. Darian Acevedo Ortiz is next with 38 catches for 536 yards and 4 scores. He has a long of 78 yards. Landon Kibbe has 32 catches for 543 yards and 8 touchdowns. Lutz has 26 receptions for 418 yards and 4 TDs. And Stegall has 7 scoring catches on his 15 total receptions for 220 yards. On the defensive side, Stegall has a team-high 77 tackles and 2.5 sacks. Ethan Collar is next with 65 tackles, including 10 for a loss and 3 sacks. Excuse me. Borowitz is third with 64 tackles. Taft Wojciechowski, he's tops in sacks with 4. Borowitz and Mason Werner each have 4 interceptions. West De Pere has 13 interceptions overall. Collar, Werner, and Wojciechowski have 2 fumble recoveries each. As a team, the Phantoms are averaging 291.9 passing yards per game and 160.1 rushing. And then if you look at the scoreboard, West De Pere is averaging 45.9 points per game and allowing just 18.3. That's West De Pere. I got some notes on Homestead as well.
Bring it.
Homestead also 12-0. The Highlanders, right, ranked first in Division II in the final boundwisconsin.com state coaches poll, and they're coming off, as JR alluded to before, a really hard-fought 14-10 victory over Monona Grove last Friday in a Division II state quarterfinal down at Mequon. Homestead scored the game-winning touchdown. It was a 3-yard run from Connor Pangallo with just 23 seconds remaining to seal the win. Lee Zortman, the quarterback, he threw for 14 yards on just 1 of 2 passing, but he also ran for 85 yards and a TD on 11 carries. Pangallo, he led the way on the ground with 98 yards on 15 attempts. Overall, the Highlanders rushed for 215 yards. No surprise, a run-heavy offense. Parker Hunt, he was credited with the lone reception, a 14-yard catch. I think that was in that final drive, I want to say.
That's right. Set up 42 seconds left.
Yeah. Defensively, Homestead surrendered 335 yards, including 230 rushing. A little surprise there, but the Highlanders did come up with 1 interception. On the season, Zortman has thrown for 498 yards and 6 touchdowns while completing 56% of his passes. He has 2 interceptions, but just 32 passing attempts on the season. Pangallo, a lot of guys, leaders in rushing. They got a bunch of different guys who can do it. He's the team leader overall with 1,439 yards and 18 TDs. He's averaging 8.6 yards per carry. Zortman, the quarterback, is next with 919 yards and 15 scores. He's averaging 10.2 yards per attempt. Brady Hunt is third with 745 yards and 12 touchdowns. He's averaging 9.2 yards per carry. And then Rylan Miller, right, has 537 yards and 5 TDs. Hunt's 7 receptions leads the way in that category. He also has a team best in receiving yards with 207 and receiving touchdowns with 3. Hunt is next with 4 catches for 112 yards. On the defensive side, Brady Stammer, he's the top tackler with 78 stops, including 17 for a loss. He also has 3 sacks. Jameer Irving has the most sacks with 6. Dominic Ganju, is that how I?
That's the one, yep.
Has a team-leading 3 fumble recoveries. Ganju and Stammer each have 3 interceptions. As a team, the Highlanders are averaging 43 passing yards per game, but 329.5 rushing. And again, on the scoreboard, Homestead is averaging 41.2 points per game and allowing 11.8. So that's a look at both of these teams, what they did last week, season totals, and then, of course, the winner of this one will play either Notre Dame or River Falls next Friday in the WIAA Division II state championship game at Camp Randall Stadium in Madison. Kickoff set for 1 p.m. There we go.
You know, this Homestead team, it's not like they've always been just run the football. Like every major program, at least in the Milwaukee area, usually they can run the football pretty well. And Homestead has always been that way. But, you know, last year they had a passer who threw for 1,500 yards. This isn't something that they've always done. They brought in Alma Roeder, who was head coach at Nicolet for a long time, led Nicolet to the playoffs for the first time in a generation, got a couple wins. Well, one playoff win. They got another one this year with a new coach. And he is back at Homestead, where his alma mater, where he played a couple sports, and he is now the offensive coordinator for Homestead. And he's really introduced this, you know, this power T approach. It's going to look a lot like Muskego teams, if anybody's familiar with other powerhouses in the Milwaukee area. There's a lot of, you know, there's a couple tight ends in there, a lot of guys in the backfield, full house backfields, and misdirection galore. And it's going to be about, do you know who has the football?
Yeah.
And that's going to be a challenge for us up here, for you particularly.
Yep.
That's going to be difficult to suss out, and that's how they want it. So it is a little bit of a different look. They've got another guy, Andy Kolstad, who has some head coaching experience at Tosa West on the staff. Of course, Drake Zortman, you know, Homestead like West De Pere, a lot of success. You know, they were at the state final just a few years ago, back in 2021, and West De Pere in 2022. Like, there's a lot of powerhouse programs still alive. You know, the new playoff system, I think most people like it, it sounds like, and one of the things is it really has kind of spread the wealth a little bit. The powerful teams in all corners of the state are still with us at this stage of the season, and you've got some really intriguing matchups, this one included, a lot of matchups that you don't normally see. It's not two Milwaukee teams going at it, or two great Green Bay area, or two great Madison teams going at it. It's you know, we've got a lot of these matchups like this where two teams had to travel a little ways to meet in the middle, and I love that. And again, clash of styles, undefeated teams. Winner goes to Camp Randall. It doesn't get any better.
Yeah, and there's another big one just down the road in Oshkosh, Bayport and Muskego.
That's
FRCC in Classic 8, the Fox Valley going against Southeast Wisconsin.
Same
Those
thing.
are the two powerhouse pockets in the state of Wisconsin when it comes
Of course.
to high school sports. So that should be fun to keep an eye on. And then in the Appleton area, well, Notre Dame and River Falls, that's a big one. You could have an FRCC all-FRCC final in Division II, of course, North and South, with West De Pere North, Notre Dame South.
Best passer in the state against the best running back in the state?
Yeah,
That'd be
Kingston
pretty sweet.
Allen, that would be fantastic. And then in the Appleton area, you got a real intriguing couple Division IV games, Little Chute and Columbus. You mentioned that wing T, that power. That's what Little Chute now runs under Mark Kromenacher, the first-year head coach at Little Chute. He coached at Appleton East for 7 years, so he moves from the FBA to the Northeastern Conference. Little Chute runs that offense, very tough to prepare for. And then on the other side, you got Winneconne, the top-ranked team in Division IV, going against Baldwin Woodville. Those two teams met in the state semifinals last year. So you could conceivably in Division IV have an all Northeast Wisconsin championship game as well. So definitely some cool things, at least from the folks our neck of the woods. I know the folks in your neck of the woods, they don't want that. They want to see all Southeast Wisconsin.
That's right.
Well, I tell you what, we're going to take a little bit of a break here. We have our national anthem coming up. Then it'll be team warm-ups, or I should say team intros. And then we'll be underway in the state semifinal here at Rocket Stadium, Neenah High School.
Of the national anthem by the West De Pere High School Band.
West De Pere Marching Band taking care of the national anthem tonight. Well done by them. And before we get started, Got to thank our playoff sponsor, Unison Credit Union. Unison Credit Union is proud to support our Game of the Week playoff live streams with 6 locations throughout Northeast Wisconsin. Unison Credit Union offers low rates, local decisions, and fast approvals. Visit unisoncu.org to get started today. And our 2 season sponsors, Cellcom and Piggly Wiggly. Cellcom was built here in Wisconsin. They cover every county, corner, and cabin road in the state. And they'll buy out your current contract and give you up to $1,100 toward a new phone when you switch. See cellcom.com for details. And Piggly Wiggly is proud to support Wisconsin high school athletics. As your local grocery store, they're committed to making a difference in the community, both on and off the field. Shop local, shop the pig. Again, I'm Brett Christopherson. He's J.R. Radcliffe. And in the next booth over is Jim Rosandick. We are the stream team tonight, bringing you this Division II state semifinal showdown. 2 12-0 teams. Homestead Highlanders and the West De Pere Phantoms. Can't wait to get this one underway. I want to thank Sean Leash, the athletic director here at Neenah High School, for rolling out the red carpet, letting us come and stream the game. Of course, we've been here a few times this season during the regular season on some of our other Cellcom Varsity Game of the Week live streams, but always love working with Sean and his great crew here at Neenah High School. And nice and comfy up here in the press box, JR.
Yeah, like you said, this is not your typical mid-November night, level 4 state semifinal night of football. I did want to mention the offensive lines before we go. Before we get going, because West De Pere's got 3 guys, first team, all conference, offensive linemen. 2 of them are juniors. One of those guys, David Provost, unanimous choice, all region, a guy who's getting Division I looks. And Homestead matches with 5 guys who have a ton of experience. 4 seniors and a junior. 3 of them played as sophomores. You know, one of them, the right guard, Luke Gernert, even played as a freshman. Pretty rare to have sophomores, and when the program is this big, to have them on the offensive line, that says something.
Yeah.
Luka Ivancevic, their left tackle, kind of, he's got about 30 starts under his belt. He's kind of the key to the whole thing there. So that's going to be a big deal, and obviously, perhaps more so for Homestead, just because the blocking is so key to what they do.
Yeah.
But a lot of good big fellas here in this game.
All right, kickoff underway. Homestead kicking it off. West De Pere will pick it up off the bounce. And that is number 1 with the return. Kanan Strong, junior running back. You're right, JR. You know, again, we've streamed a couple Little Shoot games where they run that wing tee or kind of a flex bone-ish. It's an option wing tee. Blocking up front is so key, and it is so difficult, even with binoculars, as you're trying to track the ball. So we'll see that here in due time, but first things first, we get to see the record holder here in the state of Wisconsin, quarterback Patrick Greisen, taking the snaps. He is the career leader in state touchdown passes with 97. Unbelievable. And watch out. Greisen with the escape. He's just going to keep it, showing his athleticism. He had a kind of a clear shot at Greisen, but good awareness. Coming from the front side, of course, but Greisen showing off his legs and takes it out to the 31-yard line. So good start for West De Pere.
That was number 16, Jeremy Eritrea almost had him. You got to cash those in. I mean, if you got a chance at the quarterback to bring him down, you got to disrupt what they're doing early. Yeah,
let's see if this will be a hand up. Nope, play fake. Watch out. He's going to gets rid of it just in time, but bringing some pressure are the Highlanders, and Greisen had to get rid of it before he was sacked. So defensively, coming out strong for Homestead.
Just praise the offensive lines, and West De Pere's had a couple leaky ones early, but that was Lucas Gernert, the guy I mentioned for Homestead's offensive line, up on the defensive line, causing some havoc there, and a couple of his teammates were able to break that play up.
3rd and 4. Boy, this would be big for the Highlanders to force a 3 and out. Let's see what Greisen wants to do. Drops back, slings it over, wide open over the middle. That's his favorite target, number 8, Judea Nisker, the 6'2 senior wide receiver. Little pitch and catch to move the chains. First down for the Phantoms. And right there, JR, some pretty good protection, although he did get the ball out pretty quick as well.
Yeah, tempo. This is a team that moves very quickly. And like we said, balanced, but also, you know, you're not going to be able to take a breath. They're gonna hit you over the middle. They're going to be right back at the line just like they are here.
Yeah, no huddle at all, and but taking their time to kind of look around. There's the first carry for number 20, Ryan Lutz, the senior running back. And like we said in the intro, if you missed it, I know West De Pere kind of known for its aerial circus and how they can sling it all over the field, but they can run it as well. Lutz, what 1,700 yards rushing, I think, on the season, so they can hurt you in both ways, through the air and on the ground. Second down for Greisen as he waits for the snap. This time, nope, going to into the flat to his guy, Niskern, who tries to make a defender miss, but that was a good play by Zach Kleiman, the senior defensive back. And here's another third down, JR, for the Phantoms. Boy, they are back to the line fast. They don't give the defense a whole lot of time to rest up. I think Greisen trying to maybe draw the Highlanders offside. Now he looks towards the sideline where his father is the head coach, Chris Greisen, former NFL quarterback.
Green Bay Blizzard quarterback. Don't forget that. Arena football,
Yeah.
AF2. Let's go.
Absolutely. Greisen, boy, all day down the field. And, there was some contact, and they're going to say incomplete. And fourth down coming up. 86, the intended receiver, Colton Newens. And who was that, number 3 again? Kleiman breaking it up?
That's right. Yep, 2 breakups in a row. Well, 1 tackle, 1 breakup.
So what does West De Pere want to do? They really want to go for it here at 4th and 5? Oh, they're going to say a holding. Okay. No wonder why he had so much time back there. So bring the punt team out. Yeah, you think you got to play field position here. And Highlanders did a good job of getting the stop. Not easy to do against this West De Pere offense.
Kleiman on the opposite side from cornerback Dominic Ganju, and I talked to Coach Drake Zortman, and he said Dominic Ganju's the type of guy you just send him out there and see you later at 10 p.m. You know, you don't have to tell him anything. He just does his job. So Kleiman is the guy they tried to pick on. It did not work out for them.
Number 5 back, Ganju, to receive. And trying to make some guys miss. Pretty good job by the Phantoms on the coverage. And 1st and 10 for the Highlanders. And now we'll see how the West De Pere defense fares against a prolific offense, a run-heavy offense for sure in Homestead.
Ganju had a big return last week. That return against Monona Grove brought him to the Monona Grove 43 to set up the winning score. So both of these teams have had success in the return game. A lot of touchdowns between these two teams. I think it's 4 or 5 for Homestead, a couple for West De Pere. I bet we haven't seen the last of the return games tonight.
1st and 10 for Homestead. Here we go, Highlanders. And yeah, I'm trying to find the ball. I have no idea where it is. Oh, these offenses, huh? You think I'd be a little bit more prepared. That was number 4, Connor Pengalo, the senior. Watching Little Chute again. Little Chute does a lot of the same things, and you think I'd be. We've done their game a couple times. We did Muskego earlier this year.
I watched Muskego, and I'm just like, wait a few seconds before saying anything. You'll never know who has the ball. That's what they want. So
we streamed the Muskego Neenah game here in week 1 when Neenah won that game. But yeah, you're just trying like crazy to keep up, and ball fakes makes it so tough, and with different guys that can hurt you as well. This time Pangalo with a little bit of a seam, but good job wrapping up by West De Pere. I think that's number 23 for the Phantoms. That's David DeLeon, the junior defensive back. DeLeon. So 3rd down coming up. Can West De Pere get off the field fast?
Generally speaking, you're probably safe if you say Pengalo's name. He's the guy who gets the ball more than anybody else. Like you said at the outset, close to 1,500 yards this year. Far and away their leading rusher. 5'11 player. He's probably the guy who's going to have the football, but they obviously have a couple other options in that full house backfield.
Now, JR, will they pass here on 3rd down?
I don't think so.
Nope, going to run it. Here we go. Yep. And up the gut, and he got the 1st down. Boy, there is so much misdirection going on. I didn't think Pangalo had it at first. I'm watching the quarterback, thinking he's got the football, but really just using that offensive line to plow forward for those 5 yards. 1st and 10. Nice job by the Highlanders to keep the chains moving.
Yeah, even the graphic on this amazing scoreboard they have here at Neenah implied inches to go. So we thought it's possible that could have been a 4th. No measurement, though. They went right away, and refs ruled right away that's a 1st down. It was close, though.
Let's see who's got it. This looks like number 15, Rylan Miller this time, the junior running back. First time he's touching the ball tonight.
The yards per carries on some of these guys. 7.6 for Rylan Miller, 9.2 for Brady Hunt, 8.6 for Pangalo. They don't just carry the ball. They carry the ball for a while.
2nd down, 7 to go. Approaching midfield for the Highlanders. First offensive series of the night for Homestead. Oh, nice fake. The quarterback's got it. Zortman's going to run and showing off his speed. Boy, he kind of tucked it behind his back. Lee Zortman, the junior, trying to really fake out the West De Pere defense, but good pursuit by West De Pere to close that out. Zortman's got some wheels.
He is their second leading rusher, almost 1,000 yards. Could get up there. He's got about 81 to go coming into this game. So he's not, I wouldn't say a quarterback in name only. That's a little unfair. I know he's got a little bit of passing in him, but for the most part, he's there to run the ball. I love how he hit that ball. Easy for us to see up here, but not so much for anybody else.
Yeah, that time I knew who had the ball. Third down again, Highlanders. This time it is Pangalo, and again pushing the pile. First down for Homestead. Boy, and if you're head coach Drake Zortman, the father of Lee Zortman, the quarterback, this is what you want, right? Control the ball. Keep that West De Pere offense off the field. Take your time. Shorten this game as much as you can. That's really the recipe for success, and hopefully for them, that big offensive line just kind of keeps blowing open some holes, some lanes. You don't need big chunks. Just get 3-4 yards at a time, and that'll do the trick, and so far so good on this drive. Pangalo again. West De Pere trying to wrap up. Pangalo working hard, gets about 4 yards on that.
Nick Benish, Peter Cromie, Luke Gernert, those are your interior linemen for Homestead, your guards and center. Benish and Gernert, tons of experience. Cromie's kind of the senior, Drake Zortman called him the senior surprise guy, the guy who did everything that was asked of him for all these years and kind of broke through as a senior to get this playing time and contribute at this level.
Second down for Homestead. And this time, good little burst there for Miller. And near the first down marker, maybe just a little bit shy, a yard to go, 3rd and 1. And boy, you got to like what Homestead's doing so far. They're kind of doing what they always do, right? And churning up yards on the ground and working that clock. We're already past the halfway point of this first quarter. West De Pere got one first down on its opening drive, then had a punt, and since then, Homestead controlling the ball. 3rd and short for Zortman as he waits for it. If Miller's going to get it, and he'll dive forward for the first down. If you're West De Pere, boy, you'd love to try to swipe the ball, right? The peanut punch and maybe force a fumble or get a turnover in some way.
Yeah, I thought he was bottled up there right at the line of scrimmage. It's good blocking, but also powerful running to burst through like that for Miller to get that extra yard. That could have been stopped short, and instead it's a fresh set of downs inside the 40.
Homestead, again, a run-heavy offense coming in. 3,954 yards rushing. That's coming in. 516 yards passing. That's the splits offensively. And a couple yards there for, is that, that's number 4 again. That's Pangalo.
Lolly Delgado in on that tackle. I think I saw Cooper Borowitz in there as well. That's an all-district defensive back. They've got a couple of those for West De Pere. Mason Werner as well. So their secondary has some talent in it in case Homestead does decide to pass, although I'm sure those guys are spending their time watching the ball carriers.
Second down. Zortman again, methodically moving his team down the field. This time it's Pangalo again. Boy, hitting that hole hard, and he's a tough runner, JR. You know, you breaking some tackles, you don't get him down on that first contact. He spins, keeps those legs moving, and now it's again a 3rd and short. Very favorable for the Highlanders right here at the 30-yard line.
5'11", 174 pounds. Doesn't maybe sound like a guy who looks as powerful as he does out there, but that's how he's run the ball. He's an all-region guy as well. He had a huge first down in that winning drive against Monona Grove. It was 3rd and 4, and he got the key yards that kept things moving.
Well, here we go again. Is that Pangalo again? Right up the gut. That's right at the first down marker, so it should be, the officials saying move the chains. It's another first down.
This is exactly what Homestead wants. Exactly what they want. Other than you can run the clock down all you want. West De Pere probably capable of scoring pretty quickly with the passing game they have. But if you are in control of the clock, I mean, they're gonna, at this rate, the first quarter is gonna end before this drive does. So this is exactly how the Highlanders planned it.
Yeah, right to the script for sure. And you got to give that offensive line a big salute so far. Bunch of first downs already this time. Again, clearing open just enough for Miller to kind of squeeze through, maybe get a couple. See Notre Dame leading River Falls 7-0. Looking at the scoreboard across the way, Bayport Muskego nothing in the first. Got a Mike Sherry. He's down in Kewaskum for the Little Chute Columbus game. Mustangs Little Chute up 15-0 already on Columbus. So again, a very similar offense to what Homestead runs. Very tough to prepare for. Not many teams do it, and that's such an advantage. That's a great identity. But you mentioned that's not always what they do, right? You kind of deviate or craft your offensive system based on the talent you have. Oh, good run there by number 22. That's Brady Hunt, his first touch as senior running back. And again, third down coming up. 4-down territory for sure, given where they are.
Yeah, this is not a team that fears a third and medium, but, you know, in the back of your mind, you've got to think they haven't passed much. But play action's going to be there for them at some point.
Has to be, yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised. State semifinal, you're going to see that at some point tonight. I don't know if it's right here, but you've got to be thinking that in the back of your mind. You can't sell out as much as you want to. The threat will still be there.
Zortman waiting for it. Third down. Nope, he's going to throw it. Looking downfield, and you called it, JR. Wow. 22-yard pass to number 13, Parker Hunt. On cue, JR called it. Homestead ran it. And 22 yards later, they're in the end zone.
My job here is done, Brett Christopherson.
You're out of here, right?
You don't need me for anything else. I've done it. There it is. And, you know, we talked about in crunch time last week against Monona Grove. They had a pass play on that key drive. They actually had another one called and didn't develop, and Zortman ended up running for a first down on fourth down. They are prepared to use that pass when it really matters. And sure enough, they find an opportunity. First pass of the game goes for 6.
It was wide open, too. Wide open. Kick is good. That's number 11, Sam Klink. And with 1:38 to go in our opening quarters, we look at our Cellcom Unison Credit Union scoreboard. The Highlanders strike first. They're up 7-0. Rosie, the scoreboard's not working over here, Rosie, for some reason. I don't know if we can get Rosie to fix the scoreboard so we can update the score on our Cellcom and Unison Credit Union scoreboard.
Just a textbook drive from Homestead. I mean, we said it during the drive. That's what they wanted to do, control the clock, continually pick up 4 or 5 yards a carry. And it's exactly what they did. They got into a position where they could bust out a play that probably haven't thrown on film too many times this year. Get a wide open receiver. I mean, it's a great start. There's still obviously a ton of football left, and they're going to need to do it. You know, having that first stop on defense is so key, knowing that you can stop them and force them to go 3 and out. Probably not going to be super common tonight, but now can you a shutdown inning, so to speak, is to have a good defensive series right after coming up with the lead, with 7-point lead.
Good news for Homestead. First offensive series, beautiful drive, capped with that 22-yard touchdown pass from Zortman to Hunt. The bad news is West De Pere can score like that.
They can, yes. Came back from, what was it? I think they scored 21 points in the last 5 minutes against Bayport earlier this year.
Yeah, right. Needed a couple onside kicks. Yeah, I've got that in the notes. So we're going to talk about that a little bit later. Number 12, Nolan Brooks on the return.
Nolan Brooks on the kick return. Tackled by Harry Crabb.
It's not great field position, but it's not bad. That's pretty good feather in the cap here for West De Pere to be able to start already on the other side of their own 30-yard line.
All right, let's see how West De Pere answers.
Muskego Bayport tied at 7 right away in the first quarter.
Yeah, that should be a great matchup as well, just down at UW Oshkosh, Titan Stadium. Good hard run to start that drive by Ryan Lutz.
I think probably one of the more well-known height-weight combinations in high school football is Ryan Lutz, 5'4", 170 pounds.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds tiny, but the guy is so powerful.
Yeah.
He is so tough.
He's got it again, and he's quick. Look at that. good pace right now. A little bit of, I don't want to say urgency, but, they're kind of attacking off the snap, hitting the hole hard, and Lutz with a couple runs, first down. Yeah, he comes into tonight with 2,125 total yards of offense and 31 total touchdowns. That's coming in. He needs one more TD to set the Phantom single-season record. A lot of touchdowns for Lutz this time. Greisen, there's his guy. Great chemistry there. Greisen
Ball
to
came out. Nope. Down.
Judea Niskern. Is he down?
He's down.
I think the Homestead fans aren't too happy about that.
That's Zach Kleiman again. I tell you what, he's on an island. Like if Niskern shakes him, he's got all day. He's probably gone. So that's 2 tackles now that Kleiman has had to make that are, it's just him, and he's delivered both times.
Now Niskern, he needed 2 catches coming in to become the school's career receptions leader. I think he's got at least 2 tonight so far, if not maybe even 3. So a record for him. He also needs 87 yards to become the Phantoms' career leader in receiving yards. He came in with 118 career receptions and 1,878 career receiving yards. Also has 16 touchdown catches on the season. Watch out, Greisen down the field. Tried to a little seam over the middle for number 17, Landon Kibbe.
Dominic Ganju was there, but Kibbe kind of had a step on him. I feel like maybe just a little more air under that pass, and I think that's a touchdown.
Would have been right over the middle. Finish that thought on Niskern, JR. He's an all-FRCC first team selection and will play collegiately at Sioux Falls. So here you go, 3rd and 5. Boy, a big play right here for West De Pere. Greisen kind of dancing around. He's got it. He's flushed out. Oh, he found a seam. He's escaped for the first down. Boy, good scrambling ability by Greisen, because it looked like a couple of times the Highlanders had him hemmed in. But again, showing off his athleticism, he can do more than just sling the football. He's shown it a couple times here tonight that he can run as well.
David Provost, that unanimous first team all-conference pick, all-region guy, getting some Division I looks, junior. Great block. Just smothered his guy and kept him down to make sure that he had a little extra room to run.
That Greisen run ends the first quarter, a fast-moving first quarter. Again, as we look at our Cellcom Unison Credit Union scoreboard, Homestead with the lead, 7-0. 12 minutes underway here at Rocket Stadium at Neenah High School. Thanks to everybody checking us out tonight on quite a few. We've got our USA Today Network Wisconsin YouTube channel. Looks like we have a lively chat, so thanks for everybody checking in, and maybe feed us some scores if you know what's going on around the state. That'd be great. Also, our Green Bay Press Gazette, Milwaukee Journal Sentinel, and the Post Crescent Facebook page, and then our websites as well. I believe Post Crescent, Press Gazette, and I think the Journal Sentinel might have it on its website. So good team effort. We're just one big happy
That's
family,
right,
JR,
man.
right?
That's right. Got reps from all over the network contributing to this one.
All right, so fresh set of downs for West De Pere to open here the second half, trailing 7-0 as Greisen waits for it. And nope, he's going to fire it over the middle. There's Niskern again. Boy, they have a great connection. Still on his feet, Niskern.
Whoa.
He might break it inside the 20 to the 15. Still on his feet near the 10. That must have been 20 yards of dragging some defenders. My goodness.
That's incredible. What an incredible run. He had 3 guys on him, and he just carried them. And now they're right back at the line. There's the tempo. They're ready to do this again.
Yeah, ball at the 12. Give the officials credit, too, for just letting that play out. Not blowing the whistle, saying forward progress was stopped. Lutz now hard, and boy, this is a good answer by West De Pere.
I know Judea Nisker is a deep threat, can be a deep threat, but they've used him just short passes. And he's made a little bit of hay with it. Obviously, that play more than any other.
Ball at the 6. Oh, off the hands of Nisker, and that was a touchdown. Ooh. And good thing for West De Pere that off the deflection, that wasn't picked off in the end zone.
Yeah, that hovered in the air forever. Great ball from Greisen. Not surprisingly, great zip on the ball, great touch. Going to play college football at South Dakota. Definitely looks the part, especially on this drive.
Ball, I'm going to say ball at the 8, so 3rd down. West De Pere can get a first down here. As watch out, oh, what a catch! Wow! That's number 11, Braylon Stegall, the junior, with an 8-yard touchdown catch. Kind of a lunging grab. And there is a flag, though, on the play. What do we have here? You can see the West De Pere coaches thinks it's on Homestead because they're already calling for the kicking team to come out.
Personal foul, roughing the passer.
So roughing the passer is the call, but Maverick Lore out for the PAT for West De Pere.
Didn't quite see who got beat for Homestead. I know safety Ari Crabb was in the area, but that was just a great play design. I mean, that's how they move down the field. Just those short, quick passes. Those receivers are so quick to get to their spot.
Yeah, they don't allow the pressure too much to get. The ball gets out fast. So short, quick passes. Although you saw a couple of shots downfield in this game already from Bryson, but now we got a ball game here. That's
They did not, in fact, get the shutdown inning that I was talking about.
No. So an 8-yard pass from Bryson to Stegall, and that is now touchdown number 98 for his career, his record-breaking career for Patrick Bryson, the South Dakota recruit, as JR mentioned. He is the first quarterback in state history to throw at least 40 touchdown passes and for at least 3,000 yards in back-to-back seasons. Again, he enters tonight with a state record 97 career TD tosses, now make it 98, so 2 more for an even 100. The unanimous, of course, first-team all-selection in the FRCC North, and, of course, the Offensive Player of the Year. Going to South Dakota. You look at last year, threw for 3,846 yards and 49 touchdowns. This year, coming in, 3,325 yards and 44 TDs. His career completion percentage is 69.8. So,
crazy.
And he comes in, again, his career, this is before all of what's going on now. We're not adding it up, but 706 pass attempts coming in to tonight for his career.
Just amazing that all that production is basically 2 years of football. You know, he does have, I think, all but 3 of his career touchdown passes, those 98 career touchdown passes. All but 3 are this season and last. You know, he didn't play very much as a freshman and sophomore, not as a quarterback. And so to just pile up that much yardage and again, like, still to have a rushing attack that's as prolific as it is with Lutz, like, that's
impressive.
That's hard to do.
It is hard to do. Yeah, usually you focus on one or the other, right? But they're balanced. Keep the defense honest. Little Chute leading Columbus 15-zip after 1 quarter. Mustangs off to a great start, trying to get back to the state championship game for the second time in program history. Bayport now on top of Muskego, 14-7, and Notre Dame on top of River Falls, 14-zip. And there's a nice job. Whoa! Little extracurricular there. I thought could have been a flag. Got a little chippy at the end, but the officials kept it in the pockets. But you got to keep your cool in these situations, JR.
Yeah, that was left tackle Luka Ivancevic with the shove there. If that were a college game or an NFL game, you wouldn't expect that to get flagged, but in high school, man, you got to be careful.
You got to be careful. They don't let too much go at the high school level for sure. So no gain on that. Second down for Homestead. Oh, Zortman hiding it again, trying to get around, and it's really stretched out nicely by the Phantoms, and I think that was 0. Lolly Delgado, the senior linebacker, who got in first. And maybe a couple yards or a yard. I can't see where they're going to spot the ball. But Zortman obviously wanting to get around the outside, but it was really sewed in and not much doing there as West De Pere really stretched out its defense and really swarmed to the football.
Well, we talked about Homestead coming back defensively and answering. West De Pere in big position here, 3rd and 8. First series right after this game-tying touchdown. Deep in Homestead territory, you could see how this would certainly complete the turning of the tide in this game.
Zortman tossing the towel behind him. Waits for the snap. He's going to throw down the field. Rainbow's one wide open. Wow. And that's a pass to Pangallo, JR. Let Zortman throw it. Let him air it out. What's the big deal?
He's going to finish with 10 passing attempts in this game, and we're going to be blown away. They said they could pass the ball down the field. Don't let the stats fool you, they said. And I've heard coaches say that before, and I'm always like, okay. But that's 2 on-the-money passes, wide open guys. That's what all this running does, all this bogging things down in misdirection. You forget about letting somebody free in the back, and perfection both times for Homestead thus far.
Both quarterbacks, the sons of their head coaches, Lee Zortman and Drake Zortman, the head man at Homestead. Is that Pangallo, I think?
I followed the guy outside
yeah,
like an idiot.
I
I don't know.
Pangallo with it. And, of course, Patrick Greison's father, Chris Greison.
Yeah, it's not uncommon when the quarterback is the son of the head coach, but I don't know how many times you get matchups between 2 of those in a state semifinal.
And they're getting some good coaching away from the football field as well, right?
You would assume.
Probably in the backyard all those years. So second down and 5 for the Highlanders as the Zortman waits for the snap. And this time it's number 19 with a little seam. He'll be stopped short. That is Jack, is that Dykema?
Mm-hmm.
The junior.
That's only his 4th carry of the year, so they're already
mixing
throwing in some new personnel.
Winneconne up 7-zip over Baldwin Woodville.
Ski goes back to even with Bayport, 14-14.
That might go back and forth.
Yeah, that's going to be like this game.
Of course, that game, a rematch of the Division I state championship game last season that Bayport won. Notre Dame winning the D3 state championship last season. West De Pere nearly got there as well, got as far as the state semifinals before falling to Rice Lake. Pangallo with it, and I don't know.
Ball came out.
What are we going to – we do have the officials are going to talk about it. West De Pere says they have it. Officials trying to figure it out. No, it's going to stay with Homestead. No, or are they just backing out the players, I think, till they figure out who has it. No, they're going to say 3rd down. Ball, or the runner was down. Said his knee was on the turf. So good job by the officials to talk things over.
It'd be 4th down then.
4th down, yeah. 4th down and less than a yard to go. Officials getting together as they should, figuring that out. And Homestead keeps the ball.
I sure would like to go back and see that replay, though. Massive humanity, hard to tell what's happening on the field.
Yeah, exactly. Zortman, is this going to be a little quarterback sneak? Let's see. Nope, he's going to hand it off. Oh, it dives forward. That's a 1st down. That's Pangallo. Feel pretty good about your chances when you have an offense that can run like Homestead to get a 4th and half a yard.
The tush push hasn't made it to high school yet, has it?
I don't think so. The tush push.
It's probably super, super illegal in high school.
We talked about it on our Clubhouse Live show, our Packers show on Tuesday this week with Barron Sorrell, the Packers rookie defensive lineman. I asked him, do you like the tush push? And he even said, hey, the guards are leaving early,
That's right.
I don't know why the officials can't call it when the guards are leaving early so many times on that tush push. Boy, again, it doesn't look like there's much there initially, but Dykema with a pretty good run there. Being patient, waiting for those holes to open up on the left side. Winner of this one takes on Notre Dame or River Falls. Again, the Tritons leading River Falls 14-zip. That game is at D.C. Everest High School. And again, that Bayport-Muskego game all tied up at 14 apiece just down the road at Titan Stadium. 2nd down for the Highlanders. Doing what they do best. There's Pangallo again. Ooh, hit hard there by number 11 for the Phantoms. That's Harrison Seaborn. Braylon Stegall. There's 2 number 11s on the roster. The 6', 190-pound junior linebacker, Stegall. He also caught the touchdown pass a little while ago for the Phantoms. Boy, if you're Drake Zortman, JR, you're loving these 3rd and shorts, right? I mean,
yeah,
setting yourself up really easy to pick up these 1st downs.
Well, and furthermore, you know it's going to be a 4th and short. I mean, you're going to run it either way,
Yeah.
so you can.
And again, Pangalo with the first down run. Yeah, I was looking at Drake Zortman, and correct me if I'm wrong, what, his 6th season as the sole head coach at Homestead? Was the interim head coach?
He was a co-head coach with Dave Keel.
And back in
for a
2020, it
short
looked
time
like,
there.
yeah.
Yep, Dave Keel, long-time legendary coach, led Homestead to multiple state titles. And Drake was kind of always in waiting there. He'd been a head coach before Shorewood Messmer program when that one was a co-op. And
then the offensive coordinator at Homestead before he took over the program,
exactly,
I see. So,
yep.
yeah, done a nice job. And Pangalo breaks free, still on his feet. Boy, oh boy. Looks like he's bottled up, but they just get out and end up getting 3, 4, 5 more yards. Yeah, I have Zortman 48 and 13 since 2021 at Homestead when he took over as the sole guy. And that includes a WIAA Division II state runner-up finish in 2021.
yeah, he's been around a long time, and you know, Homestead guy for a long time. So it makes sense that he sort of was became the heir apparent to Dave Keel.
Ball at the 11, it looks like, and that's number 22 with the carry, Brady Hunt.
Brady Hunt on the carry.
I was looking for Brady Hunt. I thought maybe he'd been off the field for a little while, and that's why we saw some carries from Jack Dykema, but he's back and looks fine, looks healthy. They're just rotating guys in, keeping guys fresh.
Boy, looking at this big grandstand in front of the press box, it's just one side, seating on one side of the field. It is packed here. I want to say this must be about 3,500 folks here. 30, I don't know if it's 3,500 or 3,800. They can fit quite a few on the stands, and it is jam-packed for this big-time matchup. Two of the best as Pangalo trying to move forward, and this time that West De Pere front holds firm. 3rd down coming up inside the 10. Ball at the 9, it looks like.
Yeah, 3rd and a little more than medium, 3rd and 7. They probably don't have a passing play at their disposal here because they've already used those. There's not going to be catching anybody by surprise this time.
Ball at the 8, yeah, 3rd and 7. Homestead can get a first down here. Can't get it if they get it to the 1-yard line. That'll be a first down. So 2 downs to try to get at least a first down for the Highlanders as Zorton under center waiting for the snap. And he's going to toss it over to Pangalo. Pangalo, I think he got the first down. Boy, what a run. Just a little toss play. Letting that offensive line do some work, giving Pangalo kind of a full steam ahead type of approach on that run. And no, it's going to be 4th. They're marking it at the 2. 4th and 1 at the 2.
Just short. What a massive play coming up. 2:40 to go in the second quarter. We're running out of time. Both teams have moved the football very well. This would be a huge stop for West De Pere, but man, if I needed a yard and I was Homestead, I'd feel comfortable.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. Homestead taking its time on this big 4th down play. Zortman waiting for it. Pangalo, and he is in the end zone, I believe. Touchdown, 2-yard run. And Homestead with the lead again.
Pity the guy who's first to counter Pangalo. He throws that shoulder in there and knocks him backwards. Great run again, even though that's only 2 yards. That is a powerful run.
No doubt about it.
From Connor Pangalo. What is he up to now? He's got 19 touchdowns this season.
Oof. What a drive again. What a drive.
Could have died very early. Remember, they faced that 3rd and fairly long and threw that deep pass. Again, a pass of all things is what keeps things moving, and then they just go back to their bread and butter for the rest of it.
Sam Klink in for the PAT, waiting for the snap. Zortman is the holder, and that one is good. And with 2:16 to play here in this opening half, Homestead regains the lead, 14-7, as we look at our Cellcom Unison Credit Union scoreboard.
Notre Dame up 21-0 now on River Falls. Kingston Allen kind of feels like he's on his way to Camp Randall Stadium as we speak.
Yeah, you think about last year's Triton team. They had Christian Collins, James Flanagan, but Collins was a prolific
400
runner.
yards in the state final, right?
Yeah, and you think, how are they going to fill that void? And now you got Kingston Allen, who's just absolutely tearing it up. I think did Wisconsin offer him, I want to say, recently? or certainly looked at him. I thought he got an offer from the Badgers. But
How do you replace the best rusher in the state with the next best rusher in the state?
yeah, they got it. Notre Dame as an entire athletic program is just really, really good at a lot of things. Of course, all those great girls basketball teams, state titles under Coach Sarah Rohde, and hockey's been good, track's been good. I believe Notre Dame won the state track championship D2. I think De Pere won D1. So yeah, it's FRCC is really having a heck of a run right now in multiple sports. Well, 216.
Oh, that's an eternity.
That's an eternity when you have Patrick Greisen as your quarterback.
Oh, this got flagged right away.
You got an offsides.
Yeah, some sort of
Movement.
illegal setup here.
Yeah. Offsides on the Highlanders. So back it up and re-kick.
Ah, that's a tough penalty to take. Those are easily solvable. You don't, in a situation where you've only got 2:16 to burn, you just gave yourself it's going to be a much harder start now for the Homestead defense.
Now I'm kind of looking at the chat. Come on, be nice with each other on the chat now, okay?
Oh, are people fighting?
Oh, they're just getting all crabby. Just enjoy the game.
It's tense. State semifinal action.
Yeah.
It's tense.
High school's a big deal, isn't it? You know,
It's a big deal.
It's a big deal in the state. Big deal around here. I know those in your neck of the woods where you've got Classic 8, especially one of the top leagues in the state. FEA, FRCC, one of the top leagues, and not just Division 1, but then you go like down to Division 4. We're talking about Little Chute, Northeastern Conference. You got Freedom and Wrightstown and Luxembourg Casco. That's a great league. It's just some good stuff around here in this side of the state, from the northeast to the southeast sections.
Yeah, I've lived in Milwaukee a long time, covered a lot of high school sports down there, and there's some great programs, great rivalries, etc. But I tell you what, it's kind of different here in the Fox Valley and in Green Bay. There's just the community identity is really significant, and growing up here, I kind of saw that firsthand. I don't mean to disparage anything in the southern part of the state. Like, there's some great stuff going on down there, but here it's a little bit different here.
Yeah, they really get behind it for sure up here. Set up a screen now. Greisen throws to. Trying to see who that
Lutz,
is.
right?
Is that Lutz? Yeah. All 3 timeouts still for the Phantoms. They'll get back to the line fast.
They're not going to need a timeout with that tempo.
No, I agree, JR. Yeah, it's just a lot of different communities around here, and some big schools as well, and a lot of school pride. Oh, nice pass from Greisen to Niskern. And maybe does Chris Greisen want to take a timeout? Nope, they're going to let the clock stop. Clock stops, of course, to reset the chains. But no, they're going to hold on to those 3 timeouts. Look at how quickly they're already in Homestead territory at the 39.
Yeah, it's to their benefit to keep moving. They got 134 to go 40 yards. Let the defense stay on its heels.
Watch out. Greisen just about to Lutz. And that will stop the clock on the incomplete pass. 1:28 remaining in the quarter.
Lucas Gernert has been in the backfield a couple times. He's again, he plays both ways. He's off the field now for this stamp, but he's been making his presence felt.
Look at Patrick Greisen, the quarterback, 6'2", 200 pounds, but very nimble, isn't he? He doesn't seem to be panicked when the pocket's collapsing around him. We've seen him scramble a couple times. You saw him dancing around there and good awareness to try to find Lutz. Fortunately for him, it was incomplete. But second down, tough to bring down. Here comes pressure, gets rid of, wide open. Far side of the field, that's number 1. Oh, still on his feet inside. The 10 spins around, and that's Kanan Strong, listed as a running back on the roster. And just like that, with 1:18 to go, it's 1st and goal at the 9.
Homestead was able to bring the pressure, but when somebody's that free, it usually means somebody's open in the back.
Now, West De Pere will burn its first time out to talk things over, see what they have for red zone and even beyond inside the 10. It's in the playbook here.
Plenty of time. I mean, they could take their sweet time. 1:18 for this offense. Clearly not a challenge And what a boost. Now, Homestead would get the ball to start the second half. They
Right.
did. They did get the one defensive stop of this game right out of the chute here to start the game. So they at least have that in their back pocket. But it'd be pretty discouraging to have 2 long, methodical, impressive scoring drives, only to have both of them answered with the flick of a wrist by West De Pere.
West De Pere coming into tonight, 5,424 total offensive yards. That's 3,503 passing, 1,921 rushing. Phantoms, 551 points coming in. They've outscored their opponents by 332 points. And you can see how potent this offense is. Greison's going to keep it, trying to get in. Oh, he's going to run out of bounds at about the 6 or 5. West De Pere has scored at least 33 points in every game this season. That includes 3 30-point games, 5 40-point games, 3 50-point games, and 1 70-point game. So if you like offense, I'll read over some of Homestead stuff too. They've been pouring it on as well. Just do it different ways. 2nd and goal at the 5. Greison going to roll. Oh, he's going back the other way. Oh, they're going to get a hold, I think, coming back. I think that's Lutz with the catch, but yeah, Greison's upset. Sees 2 flags down there. Either that or it could be offensive pass interference. We'll see.
Whatever it was, both refs saw it right away, so it was pretty clear to them what was happening. You talk about these high-scoring teams, not a lot of opportunities to really get into some nail-biting moments, you know?
Offense. 10-yard penalty.
That's a big penalty.
That is a big penalty. Negates a touchdown to Lutz, so holding call. All that does, JR, it just gives West De Pere a little bit more room to operate now. A little bit more space to run their routes. And
we mentioned that they were in a really tight game with Bayport. That came down to the wire. That was a crazy game. That's the only experience they've had this year that's been tight. They've rampaged in the playoffs to this level. West De Pere has. And Homestead, too, for the most part. They've had a couple closer games, including, certainly last week against Monona Grove. You like to see a team perform well when the chips are down, because if you go all season racking up 50 points, you don't have a lot of opportunities to really see what that looks like.
yeah, good point. This one feels like it's going to be close. Greison over the middle. Oh, what a catch and throw. A 15-yard touchdown dart to, who is that? That is number 8, right? Judea Niskern again.
You made a joke about the space, but
I think there was something to that maybe, right?
They really let that route develop. Niskern is a great route runner. And instead of getting the ball out quickly, get a couple extra seconds in the pocket. Great protection. Great protection. And Niskern easily gets a step on his man wide open.
And JR, that's touchdown number 99 for Greison's career. Kick is good. And just like that, right down the field for West De Pere with 1:03 to go in the second quarter. We are all tied up again, 14 apiece as we look at our Cellcom and Unison Credit Union scoreboard. Maverick Lohr, the kicker for West De Pere with the PAT.
I think if you're Homestead, you just point to the fact that what they're doing is working. You don't have to chew this back up. I maybe wouldn't use these last 1:03 to try to make some magic happen and get yourself in trouble with a turnover or something. When you're driving the ball, you can go right through them, and you could chew up a whole bunch of clock. Yes, they're scoring rapidly to answer, but if Homestead keeps doing what it's doing, it gets the second half kickoff. It's going to be fine. It is a little frustrating, though, that they, like I said, slow, beautiful marching drives down the field. West De Pere comes back, ding, 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 and we have, a tie football game.
Sounds cliche, but it could be the team with the ball last wins this game.
Maybe. We do have one defensive stop. We'll see if we get another one.
It could be a case where maybe the team with the ball last goes for the 2-point conversion and the win. Huh?
Would you do that in the state semifinal with the game on the line? Would you be willing to?
We covered a game at Titan Stadium, Kimberly and Fond du Lac, state semifinal, and it went into overtime. Fond du Lac scored, got the PAT. Kimberly scored and went for 2 and got it and went to Madison. That was during that great stretch by Kimberly when they won 5 straight state championships and 70 wins in a row under head coach Steve Jones.
Yeah, I think if I'm Fond du Lac against Kimberly, maybe I do that, because Kimberly is the powerhouse at that point, and I think their winning streak was over, if I recall, at that point. But still, they're elite team. But I don't know, 2 evenly matched teams like this, I don't know if I'd want I'd want it to all come down to one play.
I think you're right. I think Fond du Lac beat Kimberly in the opener that season.
Pretty sure that was it.
Yep.
That snapped the winning streak. Yep.
Yep. And then they met again in the state semifinals, and Kimberly moving on to the state title game. I think that was for the 6th year in a row. As Zortman, oh boy, still on his feet. Watch out! Oh boy! Number 19 for West De Pere, Jake Rodewald, the junior linebacker, saved a touchdown right there.
Well, when I said don't use the last 103, clearly, clearly I'm an idiot. I didn't count on them getting to the outside with their quarterback and picking up 50 yards or whatever that was.
That was a near touchdown, and that would have been a huge play for the Highlanders, as you said, JR, because they get the ball to start the second half. Good job, a ankle tackle by Rodewald, the junior linebacker. You don't see those big explosive, at least we haven't tonight so far for Homestead. That was one right there. Ball at the 38-yard line. Toss to Pangallo. And again, Homestead with 3 timeouts. And I think
they should use one here.
they will.
Clock is still running, though.
Homestead, yep, takes a timeout.
They're gonna have to put time back on the clock, but yeah, I mean they're in business now. Sam Klink has only made 1 field goal this year, 27-yarder. So I don't know if they can settle for a field goal at any point here, but that's on the table. 40 seconds left, 2 timeouts.
Please reset the game clock to 45 seconds.
45 seconds.
Quite a
left.
few seconds went off the clock there, yep. So 45 seconds even, they'll reset the game clock. And just like that, Homestead is in business with 2 timeouts still to use.
Man, that's just a huge run by Zortman to give them an opportunity to double up here, to score points late and then come back and get that opening kickoff. You know, for a running football team, that's just not what you expect when there's a minute to go and you've got the whole field to get down. And great news for the Highlanders.
Yeah, second down and 4 at the 32? Great game here. That's what we expected in this Division II state semifinal. Homestead ranked number 1 in Division II in the Mountain Wisconsin State Coaches Poll. West De Pere at number 3. Notre Dame number 2. Zorman, he's going to go to the air. Nope, he's flushed out now, and you're going to get a big sack. Nobody was open downfield. West De Pere was ready for it. That was number 93, Carter Seaborn, the 5'11", 225-pound senior defensive lineman, and that forces Homestead to burn another timeout. That was a big defensive play there by the Phantoms and Seaborn. There he is on your screen.
Yeah, I don't know if Zortman could have gotten rid of that ball, but when it didn't develop right away, probably needed to make a move there because losing yardage was a big deal there. It kind of takes the field goal off the table. Although they would have still needed some yards to make that happen. It's now 3rd and 7. 36 seconds left. That probably doesn't matter, the down at this point, but you still got to be careful. You can't throw an incomplete pass here and give West De Pere a chance to heave it down the field, because I would not want to be defending when West De Pere is heaving it down the field.
No, even 36 seconds might be enough time. Bryson with 2 touchdown passes tonight for the Phantoms, numbers 98 and number 99 for his state record career. So here you go, 3rd and 7. What do you think you're doing here, JR? Are you running it? You're going to stick to what you do best?
You've got to. West De Pere still has 2 timeouts. 36 seconds, still kind of a lot of time. You've got to use as much as you can.
Zortman, he's going to drop back to pass down the middle of the field, and it's open, and he got it. Oh, my goodness. That's a catch to Parker Hunt. And at the 10, could Homestead actually score on this drive? JR, I thought there was no way. After West De Pere scored, I thought we were going to go into the half at 14 apiece, and clocks the ball is Zortman. Wow. He's, 3 of 4, I think, tonight so far, maybe? Or
yeah, I think 3 of 3.
3 of 3, he took a sack, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I called the play action in the first quarter, and I'm just going to let that be my triumph for the night because playing conservative is not what Homestead intended to do here. They do throw the pass. A lot of air under that ball, but it's complete down to the 10-yard line. They have so many options yet, 25 seconds. They do still have a timeout on the board. They could kick it from here, but you know they're thinking touchdown here.
They're thinking TD for sure. 2nd and goal at the 10. Zortman, he's going to run it, try to get around the outside, funnels it back inside, and he is in! 10-yard touchdown run. What a drive by the Highlanders. My goodness.
Flag down on the play.
Oh, there's a flag on the play. That's coming back. Oh, my. I didn't see it come out.
Late in the run. Just as he was about to cross the goal line, we saw the laundry.
During the run, holding.
Ooh. That's a big penalty there. Didn't see it come out. I saw Zortman celebrating, and instead, 10-yard touchdown run negated by the holding call. So where will they mark this at?
All right, so even Steven. Both teams have had a touchdown called back by penalty. West De Pere responded right away and got it anyway. Now it's Homestead's turn. Still 20 seconds. Can still run a couple plays with that timeout you got.
Yeah, it's spot foul, right? So holding call came at the 2, so ball at the 12 now. Not a whole lot of difference as Zortman waits for it again, and now, oh boy, West De Pere calls a timeout.
Well, they didn't load up that backfield like they normally do. That was a very different looking offensive set, and I'm thinking West De Pere needed to chat about that. There was no one in the backfield.
There are concessions and restrooms at both ends of the grandstand.
Fun game. Fun game. Checking out some scores. I see Little shoot up 22-7 over Columbus. Winneconne now up 14-zip over Baldwin Woodville. Boy, Winneconne. They've been tough all season long. Little Shoot's only loss was to Winneconne in week 1, 14-6. So that'd be a fantastic rematch in the state championship game.
Winneconne came up, something we were writing at JS Online this week, writing about Whitefish Bay, team with 6 losses playing tonight in the state semifinal, something that is kind of allowed by the new system. Probably wouldn't have happened before this year. I don't know mathematically if it even could have happened before this year. Winneconne, of course, with their state title with 5 losses, probably the biggest Cinderella in state football history, winning against the Platteville team that had 4 losses.
Right, I remember that. So 2nd down, here we go. 2nd down and goal at the 12 as Zortman waits for it. And he's going to drop back. He's looking flushed out now. You can hear the West De Pere fans. They wanted a hold, and Zortman just kind of pushes it out. It was close. There was a defensive lineman getting in, and it was but I'm not going to – we're way up here. We're not on the field with the officials, but you can hear the Phantoms just screaming for the hold.
And now we get a flag late.
Are they going to say grounding?
I think we're going to get a grounding call, which is too bad if that's what it is, because he could have gotten out of bounds.
Right.
He was worried he was going to get his forward progress stopped and the clock would have to keep running, so he floated it out. And that was just a huge penalty. That's going to take him well out of.
Oh, past the line of scrimmage, illegal forward pass, so 5-yard penalty and loss of down. 4th down. Now you're going to bring your field goal unit out.
Well, still 13 seconds and that timeout. I don't know if you have to yet.
3rd down, yeah. No, it's 4th down.
Oh, I thought it was only 3rd.
I did too at first, but then the official said 4th down, and the down marker is 4th down as well. So this looks like a 25-yard field goal attempt.
Well, I think it's a little longer than that. Ball on the 17.
I'm sorry, 35-yard line.
Yep.
35. Well, let's see. Yep. This will be Sam Klink, the junior.
Again, he's 1 for 2 on field goals this year. 27 yards is the one he made. So this would be a season long. It's not a gimme by any means.
Correction. The illegal forward pass was on 2nd down.
Okay, so you're
we are not crazy. They threw in an extra down on us.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering too. So it is 3rd down.
They tried to foil us, throw us an extra down. We know what's up. When did it become 4th down?
I was a little confused too, but I thought, okay.
I mean, how crazy would it have been if they had kicked that field goal, having lost a down they didn't deserve to lose?
Yeah.
That could be a huge difference in this game.
So 3rd down and goal now at the 17 for Homestead as Zortman waits for it. Well, we got that all cleared up. Zortman looking to his left. Nope, now looking to his right downfield. Ooh, and is it? Oh, it's a touchdown! 22, number 22, that's Brady Hunt. 17-yard score off the turf.
Noted passing offense, Homestead High School. Now with 2 passing touchdowns, they are emptying the playbook for this game. And Brett, the referees almost took away the down that they scored on here.
No kidding. He picked that off the turf. I was waiting to see if it was good. Now Klink in for the extra point. What a drive.
8.6 seconds on the first half clock. They get the ball in the second half. Presumably they're going to have a 7-point lead to work with, 6 or 7-point lead.
Yeah, we're going to have a penalty. Yeah, Homestead's saying it's on West De Pere. I think they're saying bring the offense out and go for a 2-point conversion.
Man, Sam Klink, when he has kicked that and the previous 2-point afters, he's not missing, or I should say he's not just barely making any of these. He's booming it through. Keeping that in the back of my mind in case there's a field goal needed later.
What a drive. I thought after the West De Pere touchdown, I thought, okay, that's it, 14-14. You know, it's been kind of methodical drives and right down the field, and to get the ball to start the second half. Doubling up, that could be the difference in this ball game.
There was just over a minute on that clock when they got that ball, and I said they should basically play it out and go into halftime like an idiot. But they make very quick work down the field. If we ever get this extra point, we might actually get to the end of the second quarter.
West De Pere going to burn its final timeout.
Timeout taken by West De Pere. Final timeout of the half.
Winneconne up 14-zip at the half.
Muskego jumped back up on top of Bayport at the half, 21-17.
And Little Shoot up 29-7 at the half for our Appleton folks. Notre Dame 28-zip. Did you say that?
I did not. Yeah.
And Muskego up at the half over Bayport 21-17. There, Rosie's going to put the scores. That's what you were seeing on the scoreboard right across from us.
3-3, Wanakee Arrowhead.
Oh, now it's 10-3.
Oh, updating as we speak.
Yeah.
Wanakee taking the lead. Oh, that Muskego Bayport game, man. Would love to see it.
Yeah, you could probably put it on your phone, and I'm sure it's being streamed.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Go to the Voice of Bayport. Chris Learman and his crew. They got their own streaming guys. Chris does the play-by-play. They do all the sports up there. They really do a nice job. Now Homestead's going to go for 2 after that penalty. That's Pangalo, and stopped. He stopped. Wow is right. Boy, oh boy.
I thought he had daylight, man. I thought he was going to walk in. What a close by the defenders on West De Pere. What a huge momentum swing.
That's big. I don't disagree with going for it 2 at all after that penalty. I think with that type of an offense that can run the ball, but boy, that could be the difference as well in a tight game.
I mean, absolutely the right call. You talked about, would you go for 2 at the end of the game? You don't have to. If you're one yard away, go for it. Go for that 2-point conversion now and try to build up that extra cushion against a team that can, throw it down the field over the course of just a few seconds. But, man, what a stop. Great swarming defense from West De Pere. That was huge. .6 seconds on the clock. Is that enough for another touchdown? What do you think?
I'm not going to say no.
Can't rule it out, can you?
I'm not going to say no.
We have seen it already tonight. West De Pere fly down the field with this passing offense. At the very least, Homestead's going to have to play very smart to keep that from happening.
You just kind of want to squib this a little bit, right? Don't want to, nice short, high bounce. That's Strong looking for, watch out. Oh my goodness, Strong on his feet. Still on his feet with 1.7 seconds to go. Oh. And now you are certainly in end zone range for Patrick Greisen. This has been a wild, last couple minutes of this quarter.
Told you about how the return games for both of these teams have had some success, and I don't know what happens if the kicker, Sam Klink, doesn't get to the ground and almost bring the the runner down. He wasn't the guy who ultimately gets the tackle, but he got in the way. Man, and the clock almost expired. To have less than a second on it is pretty crazy.
So Homestead, what are they just going to rush 2? And Homestead wants to talk things over.
I mean, it would be astonishing if after all of that, after having a chance to take that 7-point lead, Homestead ends up down at halftime. It's still going to take a heck of a play from 42 yards away, but still, that they have this opportunity, they should feel pretty good about it.
Crazier things have happened, I think.
This West De Pere team game so close to getting to state last year. They lost to Rice Lake in the semifinal. Had some pass plays at the end that were all knocked down right at the goal line. End up losing by a score. Year before that, they lose in very dramatic fashion to Kakana in the second round. Also had a chance on offense twice in the final 2 minutes within the 10-yard line. One a lost turnover, 4th down. I think it was both. And then another opportunity right at the buzzer on a pass over the middle that was dropped. You know they're thinking about those games.
No doubt. No doubt. Well, let's see what happens here on this final play of the half as Greisen, and a little hook and ladder play. Strong. Man, there's just nothing there. Good job by Homestead. They dropped everybody back, obviously, to make sure that nothing crazy was going to happen.
Ari Crabb making the tackle. We love a hook and ladder. We support it. But Homestead knew it was coming.
Homestead knew it was coming, so we're going to take a break. I see we got a little snack pack here.
Thank you, Neenah High School.
Yeah, Rosie's going to be digging in that here as well.
In Division 3, Grafton leads Catholic Memorial 7-0 at halftime.
So we'll let the teams clear the field, but it is halftime here at Rocket Stadium, Neenah High School. Quick look at our Cellcom and Unison Credit Union scoreboard shows the Highlanders leading the Phantoms 20-14 in this WIAA Division II state semifinal. We'll talk more about tonight's game and everything we have coming up digitally at USA Today Network Wisconsin and the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel after this short break.
From the moment we get up, technology is at work in our world. That's why Cellcom built a network to support big moments and small victories. It's technology with a heartbeat.
I do it right, I'm powered up, I feel alive. I do it right, I'm hot as heat, my starter fire like sugar, 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 nothing sweeter than me. I spice it up, I'm having fun, I'm feeling free. Here I come, ba-da-ba-da-bum. It feels so good to be me. I'm a superstar.
Welcome back to Rocket Stadium here at Neenah High School. And again, as we look at our Cellcom Unison Credit Union scoreboard, Homestead with a 20-14 lead at the half over West De Pere in this WIAA Division II state semifinal game. Again, thanks to our playoff sponsor, Unison Credit Union. Unison Credit Union is proud to support our Game of the Week playoff live streams with 6 locations throughout Northeast Wisconsin. Unison Credit Union offers low rates, local decisions, and fast approvals. Visit unisoncu.org to get started today. And our 2 season sponsors, again, Cellcom and Piggly Wiggly. Switch to Cellcom and they'll buy out your current contract and you get 6 months free. Keep your phone, keep your number, and get Wisconsin's local network built for you. Visit a store or cellcom.com for details. And Piggly Wiggly is proud to support Wisconsin high school athletics. As your local grocery store, they're committed to making a difference in the community, both on and off the field. Shop local, shop the pig. 29-7 Little Chute with the lead over Columbus. Winneconne up 14-zip over Baldwin Woodville. 2 games of interest, certainly here in Northeast Wisconsin. That would be a great rematch of their Week 1 showdown. That Winneconne beat Little Chute 14-6. Looking at D1, you got Wanakee Arrowhead at Madison Memorial, Muskego Bayport down the road at Titan Stadium in Oshkosh.
We saw Muskego was up at half, right, 21-17. Wanakee's up 10-3 at half against Arrowhead.
We saw Notre Dame all over River Falls in the other D2 semifinals, so it looks like the Tritons will get back to state this time in Division 2. Division 3, we have Grafton versus Catholic Memorial at Oconomowoc.
Yep, that's a 7-0 game at half. Grafton muffed a punt and returned it for a touchdown, and that's the only score we have at the break.
Okay, there you go. Reedsburg and Whitefish Bay at Madison La Follette, the other D3 game.
Oh, that one I don't have yet. We're going to have to look that up.
Mentioned the D4 games. Again, Little Chute on top of Columbus, 29-7 at the half, and Winneconne up 14-zip over Baldwin Woodville. The Winneconne game at Marshfield, the Little Chute game down at Kewaskum. Division 5, Northwestern taking on Stratford at Chippewa Falls. Mayville versus Lake Country Lutheran at Slinger. Division 6, Mondovi versus Edgar at Stanley Boyd. Darlington versus Manitowoc Lutheran at Waukesha West. And then in the D7 state semifinals, Cochrane Fountain City versus Lourdes Academy. There's another team, right? Oshkosh Lourdes. That was at Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln. And Potosi Cassville taking on Kenosha St. Joseph Catholic at Stoughton.
I'm afraid it sounds like the Whitefish Bay Cinderella story is coming to an end. We got a Reedsburg lead of 30-0 at halftime.
Wow.
Whitefish Bay, of course, 6-6. They came into the playoffs with a 3-6 record. That's a extraordinary rarity brought on by the new playoff football matrix system.
Yeah.
Team with that record probably not making it under any other circumstances. Before this year, Whitefish Bay showing that they belonged, won their first 3 playoff games. Reedsburg, though, looking like, well, they're going to go to Madison. I mean, stranger things have happened.
Well, you get one more touchdown, be running clock, right?
That's right. Yep. So that's one of the few games that is not highly competitive at halftime here, as you'd expect during the state semifinals. Just a really, like I said earlier, just a really fun night. Really cool to have teams of this caliber going at it for a spot at Camp Randall Stadium. And I love the Milwaukee versus Fox Valley of it all, or Fox Valley / Green Bay of it all, with the Muskego Bayport matchup, and then what we have here, Homestead against West De Pere.
Yeah, it's always fun when whether it's a Green Bay team or an Appleton team, with the Kimberleys of the world or Neenahs or Appleton North, take on a team from I'm trying to think what Franklin plays in. We did an Appleton North Franklin State semifinals at the Southeast Conference.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean Southeast.
Speaking
Classic
of passing teams, Franklin.
North Shore. That was with Miles Burkett was the quarterback then. Had a big comeback over Appleton North in the fourth quarter at UW Oshkosh. But it's always fun when the two regions, because again, as we said, they're the 2 top regions clearly when it comes to the talent in the state. So many great athletes, coaches, and teams in the Fox Valley. I'm talking Green Bay, Oshkosh, Fond du Lac, and then down to the southeast part, and I guess primarily the suburban schools, right, in those leagues.
Yeah, primarily. And I know that, one of the things we just talked about there with Whitefish Bay, you get teams that maybe don't have the best record who are getting in because their quality of wins is good. You also, kind of just the way that's spread out, you're not going to get that many level 3 battles between 2 teams who could easily play at state. I mean, you could say that about any team that reaches level 3, really, but it really does spread the wealth a little bit. So you do get games like this at the at the semifinal, where we're talking about a game that could easily be the state championship game, and the same for the other the other D2 semifinal, and then you just really get the best of the best at this stage, and you're not always playing the same opponents. I mean, Franklin played Marquette. I think that's a pretty safe one to say. They were always meeting in the playoffs. There's always Milwaukee schools meeting each other in the playoffs, just because they're always in the same pocket regionally, and you sometimes would like to see that matchup a little further down the road, and now I think this system allows for that maybe a little bit better than it did before.
Well, JR, your first half thoughts, right? No surprise, a nip and tuck game going back and forth, but that was a big touchdown Homestead got right at the end of the first half.
Yeah, 106 to go, and they're at their own 30-yard line. My advice was, you're getting the second half kickoff, maybe let that minute 6 go by and play for another day because you're tied at 14 at that point. You don't pass the ball all that often, although we have seen some passes here from Homestead tonight. They have thrown the ball at big spots, and they did it again. They first huge run from quarterback Lee Zortman to get the big chunk yardage and put them in position where they could run a few more plays and ultimately score right at the end. I think we're going to be reliving that final sequence, though. Like I think that's going to come back here. The fact that they had a extra point lined up. Well, first they had a field goal lined up before the refs realized it is not 4th down, it is 3rd down. You are free to run another play from scrimmage, guys. That was an interesting development. A play on which they scored that touchdown, again on a pass play, 2 passing touchdowns and 1 rushing touchdown. I could not have seen that coming. And then they have the lineup for the extra point, ultimately decide to go for 2 after a West De Pere penalty, and then they get stopped at the goal line, which is why it's only 20-14. I feel like that's going to be a huge deal. Now maybe it evens itself out. Homestead comes back and scores on the first play, first drive of the second half. They go for 2 and they get it, and it's it's out of sight, out of mind. But I just wonder how big of a deal it's going to end up being. Kind of almost a fortuitous penalty, as it turned out, for West De Pere. But it doesn't look to me like Homestead is playing like they can't be stopped. They haven't been stopped. West De Pere has not gotten them off the field. So methodical, a lot of guys who can run the ball, strong runners, all of them. If I'm Homestead, I feel great about it. They literally have not stopped us if I'm Homestead. Now, West De Pere, on the other hand, is like, sure, they stopped us once, but also we can score in like 30 seconds. We can just fly down the field. Incredible route running from these receivers. Obviously, an incredible quarterback in Patrick Greason, the all-time passing touchdown leader, career leader in Wisconsin history. You can see that on display. So no matter how, let's say they go down 2 touchdowns. Let's say Homestead scores and makes it 28-14. They're not going to be worried about that because they can score. They scored 21 points in 5 minutes against Bayport, a team that very well might be playing for the D1 state championship at this time next week. So why would they be worried about a two score deficit? So the key for them, I think, is they're going to have to do it fast because Homestead, when they have the ball, they're going to be able to chew up a ton of time with the way they run the football and methodically move down the field.
No, we're okay, Rosie. We're good. I tell you what, Rosie, let's do this. Let's run the commercials again, or the breaks again, and I'll talk about everything that's going on here. Well, let's get it all set up first. Yeah, so we'll take a break here again. Cellcom and Unison Credit Union scoreboard, 20-14 Homestead with the lead in this D2 state semifinal game. We'll be back after these messages.
From the moment we get up, technology is at work in our world. That's why Cellcom built a network to support big moments and small victories. It's technology with a heartbeat.
I do it right, I'm powered up, I feel alive. I do it right, I'm hot as heat, my starter fire like sugar, 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 nothing sweeter than me. I spice it up, I'm having fun, I'm feeling free. Here I come, ba-da-ba-da-bum. It feels so good to be me. I'm a superstar.
Welcome back again to Rocket Stadium here at Neenah High School. And as you can see, I'm just updating our Cellcom and Unison Credit Union scoreboard. Homestead with the lead, 20-14 over West De Pere at the half. Guys, I'm trying to disengage, or trying to get rid of the chat. because the chat has gotten very very vulgar, very nasty.
Yo.
So I would like to. I wonder if I can make this disappear in some way. I don't know. We'll see.
They did not take your advice to play nice in the chat.
Isn't that too bad? You know.
Too
So if that's the way it's going to be, then that's the way it's going to be. So we'll stop the chat anyway, and I don't think they'll show up on the replay. Hopefully later on. But anyway, I'm Brett Christopherson. He's J.R. Radcliffe, and Jim Rosandick also joining us as well. Got some things coming up Monday. JR, as you know, it's our Clubhouse Live show, our Packers show. It takes place at the Fox Club inside Neuroscience Group Field at Fox City Stadium in Grand Chute, Wisconsin, home of the Wisconsin Timber Rattlers, also the home to Clubhouse Live, Season 3 for us over there.
Who you got lined up?
We have a fun show coming up on Monday. We have Matthew Golden, the Packers rookie wide receiver, and we're giving away Packers-Vikings tickets. You must be present to register and win. Show gates open at 5 o'clock. Show starts at 6:30. Parking's free. Show is free. We just ask that you come on in, order some food, order some drinks, and sit back and enjoy the show. 17th season already for us at the Clubhouse Live, yeah. And then the following week we have a legend coming back, but I can't quite announce it yet because it's not fully locked in.
Okay.
But it should be a fun show going into Thanksgiving week because obviously short week, the guys are unavailable to do the show on Monday with the Thursday game, Packers taking on the Lions. But we'll talk this week with Matthew Golden. He's one of our anchor guests. Him and Evan Williams each do 4 shows, and then we sprinkle in the other dates with different guys. But we'll look back and see if the Packers can break that losing streak, take down the Giants. I don't think that's going to be an easy game by any stretch.
I don't either, only because I've stopped thinking there are easy games for a team that, you know, we see Homestead running the ball, controlling the clock. The Packers do not get many possessions. And so if they have an off possession or a turnover, it gets real bad real quickly, just like it did against Cleveland and Carolina. And, you know, I guess Philadelphia. I mean, there were many chances to win that game. So I am not high on the Packers right now. But the Giants, the one thing you could say about them is, well, first of all, Jameis Winston is playing for the first time this year. The quarterback situation is in a little bit of a bad spot. And this is not a team that stops the run at all. They're one of the worst, if not the worst. I think they're like 29th in the NFL in stopping the run. The Packers, who insist on running the ball, I got to think are going to have a very good day. And I mean, they're kind of desperate. You know, that's silly to say about a team that's in a playoff spot at 5-3-1, but the schedule is daunting. And if they don't beat the Giants are the only pushover on that schedule. At 2-8, pushover is probably too strong, but still, that's the only team that they should beat. And then it's, you know, all NFC North opponents. It's a Denver Broncos team that's 8-2, and it's a Baltimore Ravens team that has a losing record, but they won 3 in a row because Lamar Jackson is now healthy. Like, there's nothing nothing easy about what remains on that schedule. So they have to win this game. They have to. An NFC opponent, they have to have it.
Yeah, I know. They could very easily be 9-0 right now. You know, you beat the Browns. That was a close game. You could have beaten the Eagles. Could have beaten the Cowboys. Could have beaten the Panthers.
I think they're a little bit closer to the other way, though, because the Cardinals and Bengals games were not impressive to me.
True. Good point.
I feel like, and I mean, you know, the Commanders and Lions games were close-ish. I think having seen the Commanders play, I don't feel as good about that as a big win as I did earlier in the season. The Commanders came in with a lot more, you know, a fair amount of hype after their performance last year. They're just not that good a team. So is the Lions win their only great win? I mean, I think they played well enough against Pittsburgh where you say that was a really good win. But it's been kind of rough, man. Gotta see something we have not seen for the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this season shakes out. Defense has been good, but offense just can't get it into gear. Offensive line's been, you know, less than impressive for sure.
A lot of moving bodies there, a lot of rotating, a lot of injuries. That has hurt the cause for sure.
Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. But Clubhouse Live again Monday, 6:30 at the Fox Club, Neuroscience Group Field at Fox City Stadium in Grand Chute. If you can't make it to a show in person, we stream it on all of our websites, Facebook pages, including Clubhouse Live and Packers News, our USA Today Network Wisconsin YouTube channel. So give it a watch and give us a like as well.
Will you ask Matthew Golden if he has the K-pop Demon Hunter song Golden on his playlist right now? He has to.
I should ask him that, but I'm not hip enough to ask him questions like that. I don't even know what that is.
Oh, so. Brett, you are out. You are out with the children, with the kids.
I am. Well, hey, I'm a grandpa now.
That's right. Well, that's all the more reason to be in. Maybe not they're quite at that level.
They're not 4, 2, and 8 months old.
They're just entering the Bluey territory.
They are.
Yeah.
Bluey and Coco Melon, I think, is that. And,
that's tough.
yeah,
That's tough.
all that good stuff. So Paw Patrol, that's a big one. Paw Patrol.
That was big for my kids as well. Can't believe they're still going strong. Love my Canadian friends.
Yeah.
Paw Patrol.
Wednesday's our Varsity Roundtable show. It's our weekly look at the Fox Valley Prep Sports, high school prep sports team with Ricardo, myself, and Rosie. We just had actually Neenah girls cross country on yesterday, a rare Thursday show, because they couldn't join us Wednesday. But usually Wednesday at 7 o'clock. Again, Facebook page, online at postcrescent.com, and our USA Today Network Wisconsin YouTube channel. We're going to take a couple weeks off as we transition from the fall to the winter season. And then this is our final football game of the season, but we'll get ready for basketball here in the not-too-distant future. We'll be doing boys and girls basketball throughout the winter, so looking forward to that. We should have some great matchups and teams on both sides. Of course, the defending D1 state champions on the girls' side, the Kimberly Papermakers, will be coming in highly touted as well. I think they're preseason number 2. Neenah girls, they're preseason top 10. On the boys' side, Appleton North preseason top 10. Bayport's up there, I know. I'm sure the Notre Dame girls are going to be good. I'm hearing good things about the Neenah boys again. Donovan Davis, the stud at Freedom High School, down in Division III, the Northeastern Conference. Little Shoot's going to be good, so Xavier will be good on both boys and girls. So a lot of good basketball coming up as well, so that should be fun. Maybe we can get you to come on up here and join us for a game or two.
I would love that. I'm going to need to crash course on basketball the way I crash coursed on football to get back into the prep scene, but I'm happy to do that.
So third quarter underway, a little bit of a pooch kick, trying to get what? Whoa, almost recovered by the Phantoms. I think that's out of bounds. Should be Homestead ball. Close, though. I like the idea. Trying to get that possession back.
How big do your eyes get when the second half kickoff comes floating toward you? Brady Stammer, one of the leaders of this team's defense, one of the senior veterans on this team, is able to make the play after fumbling it a little bit, but a good idea to move his body toward that sideline, knowing if that ball is out of bounds, he's going to stay with his team, and he makes the recovery, keeps it in Homestead's hands.
See what adjustments defensively the Phantoms can make here to start the second half, going against that. You're calling it kind of a power tee, or?
Yep.
Rylan Miller, wing tee. Like Little Shoot, I think calls it a like a wing tee option. It's just different variations of.
There are a lot of nuances. The basic thought here with what Homestead is doing with their power tee: 2 tight ends, 3 dudes in the backfield.
Yeah.
It's obviously a lot more complicated than that, but that's kind of how they do it. Although not on this snap.
Oh, they're thinking maybe throw the ball again. This time, nope, it's Pangalo and number 21, one of the guys in there for West De Pere, Cooper Borowitz, junior defensive back, good basketball player for the Phantoms. Of course, his dad was a great college basketball player at UW Green Bay, a Schwabenon Hall of Famer. But third down and manageable here, 3rd and 4. That's the thing about Homestead. You just can't get them at the line of scrimmage or for a loss. They're usually going a 3-4 yard at a time.
Homestead got this stop right on defense to start the first half. Could West De Pere maybe mirror that here?
Oh, Zortman going deep downfield again. Oh, my goodness. The passing game is on point tonight. Zortman to Parker Hunt. They did it again.
Man, every one of these passes is going for significant gains. Once again, you run, make it misdirection, gum things up, and then you throw it over everybody. Parker Hunt wide open. That's what, 4 for 4 now, I think, in the passing game, including 2 touchdowns.
I'm sure he's already surpassed in this game, the season total in passing.
Now a shotgun snap. What is going on here?
Yeah, that time out of bounds, so a 2-yard loss.
All right, maybe they got a little too creative with what they're going on there, with what's going on there. And now they've set up a 2nd and long. But man, all 4 passes, massive plays, massive connections. 2 chunk plays, 2 touchdowns.
Second and 12 for the Highlanders. Zortman waiting for it after that 2-yard loss. And there goes Pangallo. Boy, oh boy, still on his feet. First down run. Wow. Just when you think defensively for the fans, well, okay, we got a second and 12. Bam. Don't know quite where that ball is, and the blocking up front has been stellar all night long. First down run, 14-yard gain inside the 25 down to the 23.
Not sure I've seen, well, actually, with the exception of that last play where he ran out of bounds, not sure I've seen a Homestead ball carrier go down the first time he's touched.
That's a good point, too, yeah. It takes multiple tries to bring these running backs down. This time the quarterback's going to keep it, kind of spinning his way, and now we have a flag on top of that. I think that's going to be a hold.
There have been some pretty significant penalties in this game. I don't know if this one is quite as bad as others, although second and 20 is pretty daunting, but 2 touchdowns, 1 for each team, called back by penalty in this game. Didn't end up hurting in the long run because they got those touchdowns, but those are killers.
Yes, they are. Anybody trying to chat? Yeah, I've disabled the chat, so there was too much naughtiness going on. You guys ruined it for the rest, so you're just going to have to sit back and watch without chatting from here on out. Homestead now, first and 20. And Pangallo just up the gut.
I can't tell you how many times I've been faked out by the sweep. Like the Zortman's play is not done when he hands the ball off. He's giving it to pretending to give it to somebody else after the ball is already gone, and I am constantly falling for that. I don't know if they've handed it to the second man yet, or at least not for that sweep action. I haven't seen that yet, but you know it's coming. One of these times, that guy is going to have the football. That's
a good point. That's a big key to that offense, is the quarterback keeps doing stuff to freeze those defenders after even the handoff. This time it's number 15 trying to find a seam, and Rylan Miller.
That misdirection, all 3 ball carriers in that backfield look like they might have the ball. First guy through doesn't get it, second guy does, and then Zortman hands it to the hands it off to the second guy, and then fakes the handoff to the third guy. All 3 of them are up where the quarterback is at some point in that play.
3rd and 11, or 3rd and 12. They're going to pass it again. Yep, again. Again, is he open looking? Oh my goodness, they can't stop that play. They cannot stop that play. Parker Hunt again over the middle, and you can hear the coaches, the West De Pere coaches in the booth next to us, slamming the desk because it happened again. The passing game is really been the key, I think, so far for Homestead tonight.
Of course, yeah, huge game for Lee Zortman so far. He had the big run that set up a touchdown late in the first half, and he's just been on point. Like those passes, would you be able to tell that quarterback has only passed the ball 31 times all season coming into tonight?
Not at all. So 1st and goal at the 2. Homestead knocking at the door again. Zortman has been fantastic at quarterback. This time it's number 7. That is Blake Wickman, the senior running back. Nothing doing there. Maybe a loss of a yard.
We have not called Blake Wickman's name tonight, but that is a guy who is really kind of the beating heart of this team. Outstanding senior, is huge on defense, does get the ball from time to time, special teams. He's kind of in charge of everything out there, and even if we haven't called his name, that doesn't mean he hasn't had a huge impact. I believe that's his first carry tonight, but we really probably haven't heard the last of him.
Looks like Gerard Ricassi, the senior defensive lineman, was down, and good to see him back up. He'll walk off the field. Homestead, a playoff participant in every season since 01. D1 state championships in 1999, 2006, 2008, and D2 titles in 2012, 2015, and 2018. It's a lot of trophies in the trophy case in Mequon.
Had a shocking win one year over Wanakee that I did not see coming. pretty one-sided win too. Dave Keel with a ton of success, Hall of Fame coach.
Zortman again. Drive. Whoa, watch. Oh, now what do we have here? Incomplete. You got the Phantoms fans wanting an intentional grounding.
No, that one. Not that one.
I don't think he was kind of outside, right? So 3rd and goal at the 4.
All right, his first incompletion. We've seen it. I guess. No, the other one won't count. The one that he threw that turned into a grounding penalty, illegal forward pass penalty. So that one doesn't go in the books. I think they just go back to running the ball here.
Yeah, that's your guy. Touchdown, 4 yards. Connor Pengallo. And boy, oh boy, this team is offensively unstoppable. They're just unstoppable right now. And the passing game has been big.
I might say that both of these teams are unstoppable on offense, but Homestead's advantage is that they did get that defensive stop to start the game.
Yep.
And they got the ball first here to start the second half. And now they got a 2-score lead. That's 4 drives, 4 touchdowns. It's already 5:53 to go in the third quarter. Like, we are low on time because that's how Homestead wants it.
They took off half the quarter as Sam Klink runs onto the field for the PAT.
Guess we won't have that 2-point conversion to clean up the extra point there.
Oh, now you got the Phantoms, and I think I'm guessing Homestead's going to want to maybe try for 2 again.
It did not work out at the end of the first half, but they got to try it now, right?
Yeah, it looks like the offense coming out on the field. So might get that 14-point lead after all here.
Second time on these extra points that the Phantoms have given the Highlanders an opportunity to try for 2. It kind of worked out in their favor last time because Homestead got stopped. We'll see about here.
See Phantom sideline. The coach is not pleased with that. And now Homestead going to try for 2 again. Zortman waiting for it. This time Pengallo. Is he in? He is. Got it over the goal line. Looked like he was stopped, but just at the last second stretched over the goal line and got it in. That is a big 2-point conversion. A big penalty on West De Pere on the PAT try.
It's a very difficult play to officiate. There's a mass of humanity, churning running back, trying to get that ball over the line. It's not an easy thing to see. You've got to be able to gauge, is it in the air over the line? And it does, from here, from way up here, off angle, it looked right. Looked like the right call. West De Pere fans not happy. Coach Chris Bryson really not happy on the sideline talking to his players. He is frustrated.
Yep.
I shouldn't say that's Chris Bryson. I actually don't know.
It is. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
One of the coaches.
He's not pleased, and nor should he be. Well, let's see. Now we've referenced that Bayport West De Pere game. That was a 48-45 win for West De Pere back on October 10th.
I believe they were down 17 points with little over 5 minutes to go on the clock.
Yeah.
And now that required 2 onside kick recoveries.
Right.
I don't know if that's a replicable thing, if you can expect that to happen again, but it just exemplifies, like, 2 scores is nothing for West De Pere. They will find a way to score the football, but here's the problem. They haven't stopped Homestead tonight.
That's the thing, right?
If Homestead's going to chew up the clock, there's nothing they can do about it.
They got to get a stop somehow, some way. Notre Dame all over River Falls, so the winner of that one, we're going to take on Notre Dame. They're up 42-6 in the fourth quarter. Muskego Bayport 21-17. Muskego with the lead in the third. And here we go. We're going to do a little razzle-dazzle. Looks like Strong's going to keep it. And good pursuit by Homestead. Boy, great kickoff right to the goal line. And not a whole lot of running room for Kanan Strong on that return.
Yeah, Homestead did not seem particularly fooled. Ari Crabb gets in there with the big tackle. Man, that's real bad field position in a game where we haven't had a lot of teams facing this far back in their own territory.
But that was week 8. West De Pere Bayport, yeah, they were down. Phantoms down 17 points with 5:42 to go, but came back and earned a 48-45 victory at West De Pere. 2 onside kicks and quarterback Patrick Greisen hit Braylon Stegall on a 2-yard pass with 13 seconds to play to complete the comeback. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's Lutz. Whoa, big time run for Lutz. Ski-gel, is that what we're saying? I know, I was talking to some folks up here, and we were told it was Stegall.
I am merely passing along the intel. I don't know. We got an injured Homestead player. That, you know, we haven't said Ryan Lutz's name hardly at all tonight, but we can't forget that's a 1,700-yard rusher.
Yeah.
And he bursts up the middle and immediately gets them out of their own end. Again, 5'4", 170 pounds. What can you imagine how powerful that kid is to do what you see him do and to amass the stats that he's amassed? Not your typical football body, but what a weapon. Still looking for that number on the Homestead guy.
They're saying number 3, Zach Kleinman, the senior.
You definitely don't want to lose people in your secondary against one of the best passing teams in the state, if not the best.
Bayport now on top of Muskego 24-21. To finish that thought, that was back-to-back games between West De Pere and Bayport, because last year West De Pere topped Bayport 45-43 in another classic that wasn't decided until Phantoms kicker Brandon Schaefer nailed a game-winning 49-yard field goal as time expired. Schaefer currently a kicker at St. Norbert College.
I would say so. If he's hitting 49-yarders, he's probably kicking past his high school days. That's very impressive.
Little shoot up 35-13 late in the third. Looking good for the Mustangs to get to Madison. If anybody on Twitter, I'm at PC Bretzi. Anybody on Twitter, let me know about Braylon. We were told it was Stegall for West De Pere. Stegall. Give me a tweet at PC Bretzi, or X, I guess is what it is. And just let me know. We still call it Twitter.
It's getting a little concerning. He's been down a while. If this is climbing. All right. To his feet he gets, but walking very gingerly.
Yeah, he is. But good to see him up and moving. But that is Zach Kleinman, the senior.
That's a really, I mean, you don't want to lose anybody at this stage. But, again, one of your 2 cornerbacks, senior cornerback, against a team that is whipping the ball around.
Greisen waiting for it with his Phantoms down by 14. And this time it's Lutz again. Boy, big hole up the middle. Ooh, strong run, another first down. Doesn't take long for West De Pere to get into Homestead territory. And already at the line of scrimmage.
Second down and 1.
Oh.
A toss near side.
Pass complete to Darian Acevedo-Ortiz.
Michael Meskin, number 20, in there on the near side, the right side. So with climbing out, West De Pere doesn't take long to go to that side of the field.
Darian Acevedo-Ortiz, number 83, the junior wideout with the catch. And Greisen is working. Here goes Lutz again. Boy, bouncing it. He is shifty. And you look at, you mentioned it before, Ryan Lutz, 5'4", 170 pounds. Very low.
Yeah.
Hard
Barry
to get
Sanders,
to him.
man.
Yeah. Winneconne up 21 zip. And again, West De Pere wasting no time.
The time of possession in this game is going to be wild between Homestead and West De Pere. West De Pere, this tempo, you know, they've got 4 plays off by the time Homestead would normally run 1. They're just really hurrying to the line. That's hard to do at high school, to get everybody on the same page like this.
There's a pass to, who is that over there? That is number 17, Landon Kibbe, the junior wideout. And look at this, already near the 10-yard line. Back at the 12, Greisen slinging it, touchdown just like that. 12-yard touchdown pass Landon Kibbe, and Greison's 100th career touchdown toss to add to his state record. Just like that.
First quarterback in Wisconsin State history to throw for 100 career touchdown passes. That is remarkable stuff. Again, almost entirely over the course of 2 seasons.
Amazing. And just look at how fast they...
2 minutes.
Homestead 5:53 mark is what they had. So what, a minute and a half basically.
Yeah.
Crazy. Maverick Lore with the PAT. And just like that, with 4:32 still to play here in this third quarter, 28-21 Homestead with the lead as we look at our Cellcom and Unison Credit Union scoreboard.
I mean, just 2 unstoppable offenses, and they do it completely differently. But
Yeah. Somebody's got to get a stop, though, here, right?
and what West De Pere, and remember, they had a couple near-miss turnovers, a couple balls that were ruled down that could have been fumbles. I mean, 1 turnover changes the entire complexion here. So Homestead's just got to keep doing what they're doing, which is, well, protect the ball and chew up all that clock. But it, you know, if they, what the offense here for West De Pere has done is given them a chance to get that stop and turn the tide of this game. Just you know, if they get the ball, it's going to take them 2 minutes.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. They just announced Greison's 100th career touchdown pass, so congratulations to the sensational senior quarterback. Got to be up for State Player of the Year, right?
One would think. Absolutely. Going to South Dakota to start with. You never know what college feels more like that's the starter school. I don't know if that's how I'm sure that's not how he feels about it, but
be fun to watch his career. He's hoping his career continues on high school-wise 1 more week down in Madison. I see now Muskego up over Bayport 28-24. You got a game that's going back and forth as well. Onside kick. And, whoa! Good hands, though, by number 8, Brady Stammer.
Brady Stammer, again, the second unusual kickoff that he has fielded. That one a little bit less dramatic than the last one.
You can see, obviously, West De Pere trying to play that onside game, trying to get a possession back. Great field position, though, for Homestead. Can the Phantom stop?
Well, and look at it from this, you know.
Homestead.
The fact that Homestead is now, yes, they have great field position. They're on their 45. But that doesn't necessarily work against West De Pere. If Homestead's going to end up scoring, there's more time left on the clock that they didn't, you know, where they weren't methodically plotting from the 20 to the 30 to the 40. There's really not a lot to lose to try that onside kick. Makes a lot of sense.
Pangallo, though, still, you know, I was watching through my binoculars. He gets wrapped up near the line of scrimmage, but he just turns and kind of pushes himself backwards and ends up getting 3 yards out of that run. And then, what do you say? I mean, as potent as Homestead is running the ball, but boy, Lee Zortman in the passing game tonight, very unexpected going through the air and has been lights out.
Yeah, he's been special today. Again, that long run right before the first half on top of his passing.
Zortman's going to keep it. No, going nowhere. West De Pere not fooled that time. And that's number 93, Carter Seaborn, the senior defensive lineman, 5'11", 225 pounds, getting in the backfield and dropping Zortman. Here you go.
3rd and 11, 3rd and 10.
This is the time when Zortman's been running that kind of that play fake. Are they going to do it again? And is West De Pere prepared for it this time? I'm saying they're going to do it again.
You think? You can feel the tide rising here with West De Pere fans. They're very excited. Players on the sideline. I mean, they know that one stop is crucial. One stop is going to be huge. This is a massive play.
Here we go. Zortman, nope, he's going to toss it. No, Pangallo's going to go deep.
There.
Nobody's there, and it might get intercepted. Oh, it was bounced up. Interesting play call there. A lot of white jerseys. Boy, they were ready for the pass. They came out, and that was a near interception. Fourth down, and West De Pere finally, for the first time tonight, gets that defensive stop, forcing Homestead to punt it.
I mean, they're emptying the playbook, which is what you want to see at this stage of the season. But West De Pere knew what was coming. They were prepared for that pass. They were smothering both guys down the field. Nobody was open.
What's the flag? I think it's going to be on Homestead, so back up the Highlanders Illegal substitution, so 5 yards on Homestead. Back to receive this punt, number 33, Mason Werner.
You know, first punt of the game. Kind of a big spot for somebody who hasn't had a chance to kick it yet tonight.
Good snap, and ooh, nice high punt. Werner, ooh, he's going to go. I thought maybe he'd fair catch it. I would not want to be a punt returner.
It's very lonely. All right, West De Pere got the stop they needed. They got it. And now Homestead has to do this, has to answer. They've got their defense has to come up. Honestly, it feels like a turnover because I don't know if they can if West De Pere can be stopped for long. So for 3 plays, I mean they did it at the beginning of the game, but that's a tall order to ask again.
Bayport now on top, 31-28 over Muskego.
That's a game-ending field goal waiting to happen.
Yeah, Greisen with 3 touchdown passes already. There it is to Niskern.
Trying to cause some traffic there with a screen play across the middle. Did not quite develop for West De Pere. They still get 5 yards out of it, 4 yards out of it, but right back at the line again.
Yeah, there is no hesitation with this offense. Greisen slings it over to Niskern again, letting his playmaker do some work in space, and near midfield already are the Phantoms. And now you hear the Phantoms fans coming up, and they have seen this before, I'm sure, numerous times. Already at the line of scrimmage, ball at the 46-yard line. Greisen, this time he's going to take a shot downfield, and there's going to be defensive pass interference. Michael Meskin, the defensive back.
Again, that's the spot where Zach Kleiman would be, the senior who left with injury.
Colton is at Newlands, the number 86, the junior wide receiver, the intended receiver. So first down. So that'll put the ball where I think at the 40-yard line, right? Yeah, well, just inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. And already, just like that, West De Pere in Highlanders territory again. Greisen, whoa, watch out. Oh, Greisen trying to get him. Whoa! Near sack. Greisen somehow stayed on his feet and got rid of the ball.
Homestead's been selective with that pressure. Jasper Lidstone got there. That was, we saw that earlier. And Greisen was able to find a guy wide open in the backfield, so it burned Homestead last time, but that time they got home fast enough and broke that play, blew that play up. Ooh, Arrowhead Wanakee 10-10 in the third quarter.
Greisen again, trying to look for someone downfield. Now he's just going to keep it. Good coverage, nowhere for Greisen to go. Little shoot up, 35-19 at the end of the third. Notre Dame, 42-6 over River Falls. That's the final, so the Tritons move on to the Division II state championship game, awaiting the winner of this one. And here you go. 3rd and 11, 2 downs to get 11 yards for the Phantoms.
Yeah, that's a couple plays in a row. Homestead has swarmed to the ball. They've got some speed in there on defense to try and ice this one.
Greisen again, slings it. Oh boy, what a fastball! Strong with the catch inside the 15 to about the 10. I think maybe they'll stop it at the 11. That was a laser. Trusted his line, stayed in that pocket, just stepped and delivered right through the throw, and that was a dart. And great hands catch by Kanan Strong, the junior number 1.
Homestead had a chance to bring him down shy of the chains. It would have been close to a first down. But Strong just makes a man miss and then plows his way deep into the, inside the red zone.
Ball at the 12 is where they'll spot the ball, to mark the ball. Lutz, and he's in, 12-yard run. Holy moly. And we are an extra point away from this one being all tied up.
That was just too easy for West De Pere to move down the field. 3rd and 11, and they didn't blink. They get a big chunk play and then a touchdown right off the bat, right away up the middle. These defenses are getting a little bit worn down, but West De Pere gets the stop they need and turns it into a game-tying touchdown. They have control of this game.
Got that stop.
Got the stop.
Each team has had a defensive stop now, so now you got Maverick Lore in for the PAT, and that is good. And with 1:34 to play in this third quarter, as we look at our Cellcom Unison Credit Union scoreboard, we are all tied up again, 28 apiece. And this is living up to the hype, this game.
Yep. You know, Homestead going up 2 touchdowns, I don't think we felt like that was necessarily game over by any means, the way we've seen the West De Pere offense fly down the field, and then we saw it again here in the second half. Quick touchdown, defensive stop, quick touchdown. I mean, Homestead scored with, what do we say, 5:30 left on the third quarter clock? There's 1:30 on the clock, and 2 touchdowns have been scored.
Crazy. Well, now the Highlanders a chance. And I mentioned about the West De Pere offense, what they've done. Homestead has scored no fewer than 42 points over the first 7 weeks of the season, and the Highlanders coming into tonight having outscored their opponents 494 to 141. So I'm expecting some more touchdowns before this game is all said and done. Also wanted to say Chris Greisen, when I reached out to him earlier this week, he emailed back. I just wanted some information. He wanted to note that his defensive lineman, Orion Sanders, had shoulder surgery in August. Played in a limited role last week, but was expected to see more action tonight. So it's great to see Sanders be able to get back on the field, especially for these playoff games. Oh, look at this! Look at this! Look at this! Oh, great! Oh my goodness! Is that Stammer again?
Sure is.
I thought West De Pere had it.
Now Stammer comes up limping a little bit. That's something to watch too. But man, onside kick specialist Brady Stammer has.
He was the only red jersey surrounded by a whole bunch of white jerseys. I thought West De Pere was going to kick or catch the onside kick.
West De Pere's had 3 kickoffs in this half. None of them have been normal. They have all been with the intent to get the ball back. And Stammer has kept that from happening all 3 times. He is, again, an essential piece, an all-region player on their defense, but he just limped off the field. So we'll see about his availability going forward. Don't have to worry about it just yet.
Ball at midfield for Zortman. Homestead now. They had a 2-touchdown lead as Pangallo fighting his way for about 6-7 yards. But Homestead now trying to respond to a pair of touchdowns by West De Pere. And look at it, Muskego now up 35-31 over Bayport.
Arrowhead grabs a 16-10 lead over Wanakee. Those games are coming down to the wire. That's a last 30 seconds scoreboard that I see over there.
I have a feeling that we're going to get that here tonight in this game.
I think we might.
2nd down and 4 for that Homestead offense. Only been stopped once. Oh, who got in the backfield? Oh, maybe over pursued. That was Pangallo. 3rd down and 2 coming up.
Yeah, it's the first time we've seen West De Pere really get to the line that quickly. And Homestead was able to make a little bit out of it, but they did blow up that play. They're stuck in a 3rd down situation again, although 3rd and 2 feels like right where Homestead wants to be.
It's like Winneconne up 28 zip now. Is that what I see over Baldwin Woodville? Yeah. Looking like a Little Chute Winneconne match up in the state Division 4 championship game. There's a good run, and as a first down run, still on his feet, number 22, Brady Hunt.
Here's a development. Grafton was up 7-0 at halftime. End of the 3rd quarter. Catholic Memorial 28, Grafton 7.
Okay, there you go.
Whoo, boy.
Catholic Memorial doing its usual stuff there then. 28-point 3rd quarter, huh?
That got out of hand quickly. That game maybe won't come down to the last 30 seconds.
Well, 7.4 seconds to go in this 3rd quarter. All tied up, 28 apiece. Entertaining game. Both offenses flexing their muscles all game long. Sortman's going to hand off to Pangalo, and fumble. I think that's West De Pere's ball. Or are they going to say he was down? No, the sideline official saying he was down.
Hard to tell from here if his knee was down. His progress was definitely stopped, but he looked like he wasn't. He was still off the ground. Tell you what, though, Homestead's. Do we have another injury? Homestead's been struggling with that.
Pangalo came up with it, but wow, that could have been a big turnover instead. Homestead keeps it, and that's how the third quarter comes to a close. 12 more minutes to go here at Rocket Stadium at Neenah High School, and we look at our Cellcom and Unison Credit Union scoreboard. We're all tied up 28 for West De Pere, 28 for Homestead. Should be an entertaining final 12 minutes here in this Division II state semifinal game.
42-6 over River Falls. They'll await the winner of this game at Camp Randall next Friday at 1 o'clock.
West De Pere head coach Chris Greisen, he's in his 6th season leading the Phantoms. Greisen, of course, was an NFL quarterback for the Arizona Cardinals and Dallas Cowboys. Also, he enjoyed a prolific career in the Arena Football League, as JR mentioned before. Greisen served as an assistant at Notre Dame, Green Bay Notre Dame, that is, Green Bay Southwest and Freedom. He was selected by the Cardinals in the 7th round of the 1999 NFL Draft and played his high school ball for the Clippers at Sturgeon Bay.
And as a quarterback, he has raised a son who's very good at quarterbacking.
Yeah. He must know a few things about playing quarterback.
Perhaps
right?
he does. Perhaps he does. The first player in Wisconsin history to throw for 100 career touchdown passes. All but 3 in the last season, last 2 seasons, senior and junior season. Incredible.
Incredible is right. West De Pere head coach Chris Greisen, also 51-15 during a stint with the Phantoms. That includes a 43 in showing the past 4 seasons. Greisen has guided West De Pere to back-to-back Fox River Classic Conference North Championships. The Phantoms made it to the WIAA Division II state championship game in 2022, falling to Kettle Moraine 27-10.
Last guy through's got it.
And he's got the first down. Good run by number 22, Brady Hunt again.
Tackled by Ethan Collar. Takes it to the 26-yard line.
West De Pere last year also in the Division II state semifinals before falling to Rice Lake. Greisen named the FRCC North Coach of the Year. I know Homestead, the North Shore Conference champions as well. I have to imagine Drake Zortman must be the, I didn't see the all-conference team, but I have to imagine he's the Coach of the Year. 3rd down and short. Seems like this has been a lot. 3rd and a yard, 3rd and less than a yard for home. Oh,
that's a big penalty.
Who's that on? Is that going to be? That's going to be on Homestead. That's going to back up the Highlanders 5 yards. Ooh. 3rd and 1 now becomes 3rd and 6. West De Pere has also qualified for the WIAA playoffs in every season since 2004. Phantoms won D3 Division III state championships in 2010 and 2011 under Wisconsin Football Coaches Association Hall of Famer Bill Turnquist. I want to say, I thought Bill Turnquist was on the Bayport staff, but I'm not certain of that. Well, let's see what the Highlanders do here on 3rd down. It's going to be Zortman and trying to get around, still on his feet, and gets all those 5 yards back, so 4th and a yard.
Yeah, I think they were pretty comfortable with the idea that they would have to go for it on 4th down. So they weren't necessarily treating that 3rd and medium any differently. They should still feel pretty good about 4th and short.
Those D3 state championships for West De Pere in 2010 and 2011, that capped a stretch of 3 straight Division III state title game appearances for West De Pere, which fell to Reedsburg in the 2009 championship contest. Jack Batten coached West De Pere to a Division III state runner-up finish in 2018. Batten is part of this year's Wisconsin Football Coaches Association Hall of Fame class. So, like Homestead, a lot of winning tradition for many years at West De Pere. 4th down. And there's Pangalo, who got the first down when you need not even a yard, basically.
Yeah, he's the guy. He's the guy you're going to give it to in that situation. Biggest, most physical of their very good running backs.
Good look at Connor Pangalo, 5'11", 178-pound senior.
Is this where the pass play comes back, Brett? 1st down? I don't know if we've seen a Can't recall if we've seen a
third,
first
right?
down. Yeah, I think they should test that out here.
Ball at what, the 23-yard line as Homestead. It's Pangalo. Oh, he was wrestled down, yeah. I wasn't sure who had the ball there for a second. That's number 9 for West De Pere, Orion Sanders. We were just talking about him back on the field. The senior defensive lineman after having shoulder surgery in August, and makes a big play. It was just kind of weird. Everybody was sort of standing around, and then you see Pangalo get up, and he was pretty mad that he got dropped for a 2-yard loss. Ball at the 25-yard line.
Homestead not fazed by this. They are moving very slowly. They want all of the clock that they can get. So even at 2nd and 12, they're keeping it cool, keeping it slow, still feeling good about where they are.
This time it's a handoff. Oh, somehow Hunt escapes a few tackles, finally brought down, 3rd down. I thought that was a risky kind of a stretch play where he could have been dropped for a loss there, but good hard running by number 22, Brady Hunt, 5'10", 155-pound senior running back.
Yeah, they haven't done many of those toss plays. That's not as, when you take the misdirection out of it with the toss play, you know, there's a little bit of risk there. You've got to get to the, you know, got to have somebody speedy enough to get to the edge. You got to have the blocking that stays engaged. It's not necessarily Muskego's bread and butter, or I should say Homestead's bread and butter. Thinking of Muskego watching Homestead, that's not unusual.
So here you go, 3rd and 5 at the 18. Pangalo trying to get, boy, he is tough to bring down, and he's near the 1st down marker again.
West De Pere thinks they have the 4th down. I don't think so. I think he moves the chains.
Yeah, he got the 1st down. Just great running. I tell you, Pangalo, JR, run after contact with him.
Yeah.
I mean, I wonder how many yards he's gotten after he's been hit. So ball went out to 13, right? Hunt trying to get around the edge. Boy, he's sneaky fast too. Inside the 10 to about the 9-yard line.
Getting out of bounds, probably not the ideal situation to stop the clock.
Ball at the 8.
Oh, it would have been a 1st down anyway, right? No, this is 2nd down now.
Little shoot up by 10 now only, 35-25 with 8:10 to go. Ooh. Columbus. 2nd down. They can still get a 1st down here.
Scoreboard's frozen on us.
Yeah,
there
I
you go.
see that. Ball at the 8. 1st down is at the 3. Pangalo again just dives and lunges forward near the 1st down. I'm telling you, he's hit at the line of scrimmage.
Does not matter. Yeah, I mean, this is, I imagine they'll go back and look at the tape, and Homestead offensive line, which got beat up a little bit by Monona Grove last week. They're going to feel pretty good about their performance tonight. They've been able to, if not open up huge holes, open up just enough. And then the running backs have done a lot on their own, including especially Connor Pangalo.
Third and 1 at the 4. This Zortman's just going to sneak it across with the 1st down.
I wonder where this spot's going to be. That wasn't an obvious pickup of a yard.
Well, they'll stop the clock.
Yeah, they might need to measure this.
Well, they're going to say
It's in.
1st down chain is down, so ball what at the 2? 1st and goal.
All right, so maybe I wasn't so right there. Not only did they get 1 yard, they got 2 of them.
That's tough to see from up here.
We are far away.
Homestead, no rush here.
Not
Clock
at all.
under 7 minutes now to play and still running here in this 4th quarter. What a game.
And
Two of the best going at it in D2.
for sure. No matter what they do, West De Pere will have plenty of time to answer. They just want to be the ones to hold the ball last.
Right. Zortman from the 2. He's going to hand off to Pangalo and wrestle down at the 1.
Great tackle.
And a flag. What's this? Oh, boy. I think it might be on Homestead.
That would be costly extracurriculars.
I'm looking at the reaction. Oh, wow. The officials are going to talk this over, but this is a pretty big penalty here. They're looking over at Homestead's way, so let's see.
Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Ooh.
Offense.
Wow. 15-yard penalty against the Highlanders, unsportsmanlike conduct.
Well, we saw there was a little pushing and shoving in the first half. We commented on it. Like, there was no flag at the time, but you got to be careful.
Oh, wait. Oh, I'm sorry. Rosie's saying it's offsetting. So it was against both teams. Okay.
Well, that's a break for both sides. Well, more so Homestead, honestly. West De Pere kind of got nothing to lose down here.
More so Homestead. Okay, so on both sides. Probably some words exchanged, I'm guessing then, right?
There's Bayport up on the ski, go 38-35. That game is epic sounding.
Boy, I guess.
This one, too.
All right, so let's try it again. 2nd and goal from the 1. Zortman, Pangallo, and Pangallo is stopped. Wow. Number 11.
What a tackle again.
Braylon Stegall, the junior linebacker, with the stop. No gain. 3rd and goal at the 1. 2 chances for the Highlanders to punch it in.
That was an awesome tackle. It is so hard when those guys are moving so to stop that forward progress and push them backwards like he did. That was huge play.
I wonder if Zorman's just going to keep it. Zortman trying to get in. Oh, did he get in?
No.
I don't know. I think he was short, yeah. I think his knee was down before he was able to stretch that ball across. So now it's 4th and goal. And decision time, JR, if you're Drake Zortman.
Yeah, I don't think it's much of a decision.
Not with the ball, the nose of the ball at the goal line. But if you get stopped, I mean, you know.
Well, then you've got 99 yards. I know West De Pere is gonna be fine no matter where they are, but a field goal isn't the answer here. You need the touchdown.
I think Zortman will keep it again, don't you?
I do indeed.
Who wants a timeout? Homestead. Homestead going to take one and make sure that they've got the play that they want on this 4th and inside the 1 play.
4:35 to go. They've used up almost this entire 4th quarter. And they started on a shorter field here. This was not long after the Brady Stammer return, right off of that onside kick where he broke through the line a little bit. So Homestead has been as methodical as possible, working to get rid of as much time as they can. But they got to punch it in here. I don't think they can be stopped on the goal line twice in a row, do you?
No, I don't. I think if you're Homestead, you just let your quarterback, Lee Zortman, keep it. Don't any weird bobbles on the handoff. I mean, they haven't had any of those issues tonight, but you never know. The nose of the ball is practically touching the goal line.
For those from Milwaukee, this is a setup similar to Arrowhead High School. All the seating on one side, this massive bleacher seating. Very dark looking off into the empty space across from us. So we've got people on both sides of these bleachers getting excited.
Zortman, Pangallo, he's in from a yard out. That's a touchdown. Oh, no, there's a loose ball, but the officials already called the touchdown. That's a 1-yard run, a 1-yard scoring run for Pangallo.
Homestead now with 4:32 on the clock that they have to kill to win this football game. That is an eternity. I don't think that will come easily, but that's what the offense has done, is given their defense a chance to go win this game. It's a good thing the ref issued touchdown right there. I wasn't sure when that ball came out. Suddenly it's bouncing around the field. You got guys flying at it.
That's Pangallo's 3rd touchdown run of the night, as Sam Klink again on for the PAT. Ooh, good high. Oh, it's blocked! It's blocked! The kick was blocked. Oh, boy.
Everything has been running smoothly in the kicking game tonight on this PATs.
Bit of a high snap, but it was still
snap.
Zortman got it and got it down.
Brought
I
it
just
down.
think it was pretty good penetration by West De Pere.
Right off of the right edge, came flying around. Needless to say, that is huge. That's huge for a team that can score as quickly as West De Pere. That's gonna that could very well be the difference in this game.
A blocked PAT could.
I mean, it was always going to be in the hands of Homestead's defense here. They need to come up with a play, whether a turnover or stop. That was going to have to be the equation. They couldn't kill the whole quarter, so they have to do something anyway.
I think even if they had made the extra point, I think West De Pere, if it scored a touchdown, I think they would have gone for 2 to try to win the game. Now they don't have to think about that.
And they have a very good kicker in their own right here, so huge boost of momentum for West De Pere after Homestead just slowly but surely tried to kill that momentum.
And Bayport beats Muskego 38-35. Pirates trying to defend the Division I state championship. Wow.
Wanakee draws even with Arrowhead, 16-all. I don't know how recent that was, if there's still a PAT to go there, because it was 16-10. So that's a game to watch here.
Didn't see who got a hand in there blocking that extra point try, but see what Homestead wants to do here on this kickoff. They're going to kick it off deep. And that's going to go to Strong, who's been good at the 10-yard line on these returns, looking for some blockers. Slithers his way. Oh, we have a flag, though, so let's see. Guessing that's going to be against West De Pere. And Winneconne going to the state championship game. 28-8, the Wolves with the victory and awaiting the Little Chute Columbus final. Last check there, the Mustangs were up 35-25.
Now, according to this, Wanakee did indeed kick an extra point to take a 17-16 lead with about 7 minutes to go. The kicker for Wanakee, his name is Ryan Lutz, L-U-T-Z.
Oh, really?
I assume it's pronounced Lutz and not Lutz, as Ryan Lutz's name is pronounced here for West De Pere.
Interesting.
But we could see a pair of Ryan Lutz / Lutz's at Camp Randall next week.
Yeah, there you go. Grayson, there's Ryan Lutz here for West De Pere. Gets about 3 yards, 4 yards, about a 3-yard gain. Good safe play call to open up this drive, and West De Pere down 6. Muskego just scored a Pangalo touchdown, Connor Pangalo, but the PAT was blocked. Gain of 3 for West De Pere. Now Grayson on the run, looking, going to go down the middle. Oh, a little high.
Will Charles, the safety, a little bit of contact, not enough to draw a pass interference flag, but he threw his hands up right away like, no, I didn't touch him.
Looking for Darian Acevedo Ortiz. So here you go, JR, 3rd and 7.
In this game, I haven't really paid attention to the down until we get to 4th down.
Yeah, right? I was just trying to think if Coach Grayson would want to go for it on 4th down. Patrick Grayson slings it over. Oh, nearly intercepted. Knocked down, though, by Jeremy Ariete, the sophomore defensive back, and I think you have to go for it, don't you?
I mean, 100%. If Homestead gets the ball back, it's 3:51. The game's over. They're going to run it out.
Yeah.
No, you have to go for it here. This is crucial, but what a play.
Boy.
What a diving play by Ariete. The that nearly had a sack in the very first series of the game. Makes a huge play there.
Yeah, it looked like the receiver was open. So Grayson, here you go, 4th and 7. He's looking around. Scrambling, Stramps throws it. Oh, somehow escapes the pressure, and he gets it to his main guy, Judea Niskern. I thought Grayson was going down. I thought that was ball game, and you can see the strength of the senior quarterback, who's able to kind of plant and keep his balance just enough to find number 8 over the middle, and that keeps this drive alive. Wow.
Sometimes there are just big-time plays from big-time players that you remember. That might be one of them.
Oh! Nearly a one-handed grab by Kibbe. I thought he had it.
You know, going back to that Nisker catch, I saw him on the trainer's table getting his lower body looked at during that last Homestead offensive series. I mean, he's obviously out there, well enough to be out there and makes that catch, but might also be something to watch, see if he's fully healthy.
Boy, it's might be like we said, who has the ball last. Well, it could be West De Pere here, down 6, second down. Grayson, yep, Lutz with it, good call. Oh, look at how low he gets. Lutz with the first down. You just see he's already 5'4", and then he just tucked down and dropped. I mean, you can't wrap up this guy. He's just so low to the ground and already at midfield.
It's like trying to catch a firefly. They're just darting around, hiding. Really hard to stop.
Lutz again. Boy, this little counter move there. Ooh. Kind of plants that outside leg, cuts it back inside. At the 46, a good 4-yard run. 2nd and 6 coming up. Under 3 minutes to go. West De Pere has all 3 timeouts to use. Bryson. Whoa, pump fake. Now he's just going to keep it, and still on his feet near the first down. He's going to be about 1.5 yards shy.
Oh, Brett, we're going to be talking about that 4th down play where he was wrapped up. Could have been a kind of a game-clinching sack. Not quite. Plenty of timeouts. Not quite a game-clincher, but it almost was, and he gets the first down.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be sacked. Now what do we want here? Does Homestead want another timeout?
Oh.
Yeah.
They're down to 1. They've taken 2. That's not insignificant. If West De Pere scores quickly, Homestead will have a chance to answer, but only 1 timeout now.
Coach Zorman, I think maybe just to get his defense a little bit of a blow here too. And
yeah, he may be calculating that it's just got to come down to a stop. They've just got to do it. The defense just has to stop this West De Pere passing/rushing attack for them to get to Camp Randall.
Never did get a chance to mention about all those Homestead running backs. 4 running backs coming into tonight with over 400 or 500 yards of rushing on the season. Connor Pangallo coming in with 1,439 yards. Lee Zortman, the quarterback, 919 yards. Brady Hunt, 745 yards. And Rylan Miller with 537 yards. That foursome coming into tonight now again had combined to score 50 rushing touchdowns. Quite the group. And I did talk about the banner year for the Fox River Classic Conference. 2 teams, Bayport in Division I and Notre Dame, the FRCC South in Division II, already in the championship. Both of those teams trying to repeat, and West De Pere wants to join their brethren. There's Lutz again, and a good run by Ryan Lutz, who's coming. He's had a big game, but he's coming up big in this drive in particular.
Yeah, West De Pere knows that they don't want to leave. They don't want to leave time on the clock. They want to score here and have it be almost impossible for Homestead to answer. So the running game gets a little more run here.
This time Lutz again, and the offensive line open up. Are they trying to? Almost like they're trying to let them score.
If there were ever a game where I would advise a team to let them score from the 30-yard line, this is that game.
Yeah. Big.
I mean, truly, they probably should have at that point. Once he got that far into the backfield.
Big running lanes, and that offensive line, JR, doing some good work for the Phantoms on this drive. And Lutz again, feeding the hot hand. But at the same time, now you're right, Homestead only with 1 timeout to use.
Yeah, in less than 2 minutes here. They got to think turnover. It's going to have to be that. I don't know if you're going to stop West De Pere 4 times here in the red zone. 3 times, 4 times? No, it'll be 4 times.
What do we have? That's about a 2-yard run. Ball at the 15. 2nd down and 8. What does Bryson want to do? He's calling something out. He sees something he likes, or he's changing the play. Let's look into his left. Let's see what Bryson wants to do. Snaps the ball, drops back, slings it over, and it is almost a touchdown. Just shy of the goal line, and that's probably fortuitous for West De Pere.
That's it. That is exactly right.
Colton Newens with the reception, JR.
Yeah. He did not want to get in. He's bummed that he didn't, but
No, you want the clock to run if you're West De Pere.
yeah,
And right now, if you're West De Pere, you're letting the clock run, and then you burn a timeout.
that's right.
You look at the back judge here. And now I think Homestead's going to finally burn its final timeout. What a toss, and it looked like Bryson, JR, had changed the play. He went up, kind of signaled, did a little bit of different formation, moving some guys around a little bit, and then found Newens on a 14-yard pass play inside the 1. Officially, it'll be a 1-yard score if West De Pere gets it in, but I think you got to give it to Lutz right now.
Truly a game that has lived up to what you expected. A team that slings the ball around and can score in a heartbeat, and a team that can't be stopped offensively with running the football and just marching slowly but surely down the field. Both offenses have essentially been impossible to stop. Both teams did get one defensive stop. No turnovers. That was big for both sides here. Both teams are probably going to rue the chances that they had to do that. I hate that it comes down to an extra point. I hate that about high school. A lot of high school football games do. It's just not an easy thing to do in high school, and it just doesn't feel right that that's how this game is going to get decided.
Here's a question for you. If you're West De Pere, why don't you take a knee? Run some time off.
Yeah, I don't know. With no timeouts, I don't think Homestead.
Whoa, high snap. Watch out, Grayson. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
Told you, turnover might be the night. Might have to happen here.
Wow, and I think that, West De Pere is going to burn a timeout here, I think. Yes. JR, that was very close. Grayson showing his athleticism there on that high snap.
Wow. Tip drill to come down with it. Great play. I mean, that might end up being That might end up being Patrick Grayson's best play of the game. Just saving that snap.
Little Chute wins 35-25, so the Mustangs going to Camp Randall Stadium. And Little Chute and Winneconne will take each other on. That is going to be a whale of a Division IV game. You've got Division II with Notre Dame waiting to maybe play West De Pere. That'll be an all Fox Valley, Northeast Wisconsin game. Bayport punched its ticket to Camp Randall, trying to defend its state crown. Who are they going to play? Waunakee, we're thinking, or was that Arrowhead?
Waunakee had the lead, but there was still some time left, so I don't know if we have a decision on that one yet. That might be a one we have to look up.
All right, so ball at the 3. This time Lutz has it. Oh, stopped at the goal line. I would call a timeout again, yeah. And, boy, oh my goodness. So West De Pere burns another timeout.
I don't feel wrong about taking for granted that they would punch this ball in, but you do still have to punch the ball in before we get a pretty tense extra point try of their own. Great stop there. That I don't know if Ryan Lutz has been met at the line like that all night long. So that was a big job filling in the gap there for Homestead. They got to do it twice more, though. You know, it's not going to be settled here on third down. There's obviously no chance that they would do anything but run another play on fourth. So
ball's at the 1, and they don't go under center. It's always a little risky, too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, remember earlier in the game when they got a penalty and you're like, maybe it'll give them more space, and they threw a touchdown on the very next play?
Yeah, that's why I don't think Coach Grayson is saying that this time.
No, I'm sure he's not. But there is some truth to the idea of, things are different on the goal line.
Give me a false start so we have some more room to maneuver here. I'm guessing it's going to be number 20 with the ball here. Let's see. Lutz waiting for another high snap. Lutz diving in. Is he in? Is Lutz in? Let's see.
They're calling him down.
No, he's short. 4th down inside the 1. Oh, here we go. And a final timeout for West De Pere. JR. West De Pere had it 1st and goal at the 1, and here we go.
Ryan Lutz tried to hurtle over the pile. Now, We talked about how he's 5'4", 170. That's a tough thing to do. I thought he maybe did get it over the line. We don't obviously have the best angle to see that here.
Well, the ball's inside the 1.
I mean, it is just touching
That's
the
where you
goal line.
Go under center, right, and just try to sneak it in.
Yeah.
They must have that in their playbook. This is it. 4th and goal at the 1, but it is inside the 1. There's a good shot by Rosie there on your screen. You can see it.
Now that's a couple plays in a row where the center's had a little bit of a shaky snap. I mean, this is a very tense moment. You're gonna need a clean snap on this play. If you score, you're gonna need a clean snap on the extra point. Can't really afford a bobble here.
Have to say, I thought it was a foregone conclusion that they were going to be in.
Arrowhead has retaken the lead on Wanakee. They got a field goal. They're up 19-17, approaching, I believe, a minute to go in that game.
Well, what's Coach Greisen calling here on 4th and goal inside the 1? Patrick Greisen is under center, JR. Here you go, handoff, Lutz is in, touchdown! Touchdown run, 1 yard out, and the Phantoms are an extra point away from taking the lead and perhaps punching their ticket to Camp Randall Stadium.
Just kept going back to what was working. Ryan Lutz, this is a passing team, everyone knows it, but by now you probably know how good their rushing attack has been, and Ryan Lutz was essential on this huge game-tying, maybe game-winning drive.
Well, here you go. You need this PAT. Remember, Homestead scored on its previous possession, but the PAT was blocked. This is Maverick lore for the PAT. Everything looks good. The kick is through, and West De Pere now with the lead. 35-34 with 19.7 seconds to play.
Just an incredible ball game. Incredible back and forth between these two teams. A largely contrast of styles. Now all you can say with 19.7 seconds left, remember last week against Monona Grove.
You kick this deep.
Of course you do. You do. But Dominic Ganju got it out to, brought it all the way back to their own 43. It's going to take more than that. You're not going to have a lot of time after that. So, I mean, it's going to be really difficult. But they do have pretty good special teams. And just because they run the ball doesn't mean they can't get big chunk plays.
I like that they put Patrick Greisen under center. And we've said this in previous streams over the years. It's like, sometimes those like pistol or shotgun, sometimes when you're in short yards, you have to have your quarterback right under center and just get everything nice and snug near the line of scrimmage, your 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, whatever it is. And I like that they got him out of the shotgun and put him under center and just let's play some football the way it used to be, right? And just plow it through and make sure that there's no crazy, goofy snap stuff going on. And well, this would be a big kick here for number 18, Maverick Lore, the junior. And again, neither team with any timeouts remaining.
Yeah, the lack of timeouts makes this just so difficult.
But you're right, they got some wheels and some speed. Oh, wow.
Oh, that's interesting.
Delay of game on the kicking team.
I mean, that's not something they want here. Like,
nope.
It's only a handful of yards, 5 yards, but
you never know. Good return and a couple of quick pass plays. The next thing you know, you're in field goal range potentially for Sam Klink to kick the Highlanders to Madison. So here we go. And that'll be fielded at the 23-yard line by number 5. That was Dominic Ganju. 16 seconds to go, and now JR Lee Zorman has no choice but to air it out here.
Well, I thought that in the first half, and they, rattled off a massive play with just his legs, but 16 seconds, no timeouts. It's got to happen all at once.
Boy, back and forth game. Two fantastic offenses. Right now, the difference is a blocked extra point.
Yeah.
All right, Zortman has been fantastic through the air tonight, and he's going to have to get rid of it here pretty soon. Now he's flushed out. He's going to have to run out of bounds. Still on his feet at the 45 with 8.8 seconds to go.
Ooh, cool under pressure.
Yeah.
Same thing that happened at the end of the first half. Zortman got that big running play, and 8.8 seconds is not a lot, but they are now in West De Pere territory.
At the 45, 8.8, but yeah, I wonder what kind of a leg.
Yeah, as a 27-yarder on his docket, they were lining up from 34 earlier.
That's a long kick.
That's a long kick. Yeah, I mean, they're nowhere near that at this point.
You see West De Pere getting all their guys back. They don't want some crazy pass play to happen here with 8.8 seconds to go. See what Zortman does. He's going to quickly fire. That's going to be caught! With 5 seconds to go. My goodness. And now they're going to wind up the clock, and that's going to be it. They got to get they haven't started the clock here. The clock should be done. That should be ball game. That should be ball game.
They still didn't snap.
Now they stop. Wow. What was that finish? My goodness. That's ball game. West De Pere wins 35-34. The Phantoms are going to Madison. That was going to be a 42-yard field goal attempt, I believe. Officials are on the field. They were supposed to wind the clock. They didn't. I think the game should be over.
The game should be over. They brought the field goal team out, tried to set that up. It would have been really rushed and difficult, but still, I'm not sure why Homestead didn't snap it anyway, if something just wasn't set for them. But the game should have been over. What a game.
What a game is right. But how about Zortman and the Highlanders, though, in just that short amount of time, getting into position to potentially kick the game-winning field goal.
I mean, one thing I've learned is you cannot discount Homestead's ability to get big yards in a short period of time. That was the first half. We thought, or I thought, rather, that 1 minute was probably not enough time, and they were getting the second half kickoff, maybe just pack it in. They go down and score. They get into, I mean, they were within, not likely field goal range, but they were within a kick there. They just, that last pass play was so good, but that's what made this such a high degree of difficulty. He had to get out of bounds, and he was tackled in bounds, like he tackled into the sideline, but the play was made in bounds.
Yeah, and the officials were saying wind up the clock, and the clock didn't start, so it should have ended anyway. But
you heard fans yelling, "Wind the clock!
Yeah.
Roll the clock!"
But West De Pere, congrats to the Phantoms. They're moving on. 35-34 victory in a thriller as we look at our Cellcom and Unison Credit Union scoreboard. Wow.
Man.
So West De Pere and Notre Dame will face off in the Division II state championship game next Friday at Camp Randall Stadium. Kickoff set for 1 p.m. The Phantoms now 13-0. And Homestead ends a great season at 12-1.
Patrick Greisen will get a chance to add to his career record touchdown total, 100. Going to Camp Randall Stadium, it will be once again a clash of styles as you get the finest running back in the state, potentially, Kingston Allen, versus the best passer in Patrick Greisen. Did I call him Chris just now? I might have.
You might have,
I
but
interchange
yeah.
those names from time to time. Coach Chris Greisen, quarterback Patrick Greisen. Tremendous season for them. And you feel for Homestead. I just hate it when it comes down to a missed extra point. That just feels like that's not what's supposed to happen in the state semifinals. It's not supposed to come down to something weird like that. But that's how high school football works, and it comes down that way in a lot of high school football games. Everything was crisp kicking for both teams up until that play where West De Pere gets the block, and that ends up being the difference in the game.
Unbelievable game, unbelievable finish. Glad you made the trip up for it, too.
Oh, it was a good one, man. I knew it would be a good one. I knew these two teams were going to deliver. They delivered.
But you kind of felt when that PAT was blocked, it's like, oh, that opened the door. That opened the door because that West De Pere offense, other than the first drive of the game, right, wasn't stopped. And then, of course, Homestead wasn't stopped other than the one time that allowed West De Pere to erase a 14-point deficit in the second half and get back into this.
We had 2 punts in this game, one for each team. And I think, you got to credit Homestead for how they approached this. They emptied the playbook, like they were passing the ball more than they have at any point. 2 passing touchdowns, 2 massive plays on the pass. Lee Zortman putting in position that he hasn't been put in all year. Junior quarterback. That's a slot receiver last year. He's played a lot of quarterback in youth and whatnot. Like, he is a quarterback, but he hasn't been asked to make those big pass plays, and the receivers haven't been asked to do what they were asked to do, and they delivered. I mean, the Homestead defense had trouble stopping West De Pere, but who hasn't? Everybody has had trouble stopping West De Pere. Bayport had trouble stopping West De Pere.
Yeah.
So this is not, no shame on them at all. This is, truly, this was like 2 evenly matched teams, and one team blocked a PAT. I don't even know if there's really anything more you could say about it. Contrast of styles, both very well executed. It's just one team blocked a PAT, and that was it.
And that sometimes is what it comes down to in games like this when they're so evenly matched and so good. Just one little miscue, and that opens the door for the other team. So West De Pere with the win, 35-34. Jerry, I'm going to run down the scoring here pretty quick. Homestead got on the scoreboard first, 22-yard pass from Lee Zortman to Parker Hunt, made it 7-0 Homestead. And then kind of went back and forth. An 8-yard pass from Patrick Greisen to Braylon Stegall, tied it up at 7 apiece early in the second quarter. Then a 2-yard run by Connor Pengallo of Homestead, one of his 3 touchdown runs, 14-7 with the lead, 2:16 to play in the second quarter. But a minute plus later is all it took for West De Pere to answer. And a 15-yard pass from Greisen to number 8, Jediah Niskern, made it 14 apiece. But then just as quickly as West De Pere answered, Homestead got down the field, and with 8.6 seconds to go in the second quarter, 17-yard pass from Zortman to number 22. That would be Brady Hunt. The 2-point conversion run was stopped, so it was 20-14 at the half. Homestead. Then Homestead took a 2-touchdown lead on a 4-yard run by Pangallo. They were going to kick the PAT, but then there was a penalty on West De Pere, so Homestead decided to go for the 2-point conversion run, and Pangallo was in, made it 28-14. 5:53 to go in the third quarter, and then West De Pere starts to chip away. Another touchdown pass, a third of the night from Greisen, a 12-yarder to number 17, Landon Kibbe. That was career touchdown pass number 100, the first player in state history to throw 100 touchdown passes in his high school career. 28-21 with 4:32 to play. West De Pere finally got a defensive stop, turned that around, and ended up tying the game late in the third quarter on a 12-yard touchdown run by Ryan Lutz, who had a big game, especially in that final drive. Homestead in the fourth quarter takes the lead on a 1-yard touchdown run by Pangallo, his 3rd touchdown of the night. But the PAT was blocked, and it was 4:32 to play. It was Homestead 34, West De Pere 28, and then the final drive of the game for West De Pere, right down the field, Ryan Lutz was fantastic. And then on 4th and goal from inside the 1, with just 19.7 seconds to go, Lutz scores, and the PAT was good by Maverick Lohr. 35-34, West De Pere holds on. So as I mentioned, the Phantoms improved to 13-0 on the season. They'll take on Notre Dame in the WIAA Division II State Championship game at Camp Randall Stadium in Madison. That's next Friday. Kickoff is set for 1 p.m. Homestead finishes its season 12-1.
Patrick Greisen saved his team twice on the final drive. He was about to get sacked on 4th down, deep in West De Pere territory, and he manages to fight his way, stay on his feet, throw a ball over the middle to Niskern. I think that was Niskern.
Yeah.
And that moved the chains, kept things going. I mean, Homestead had the game in their hands. They just had to bring him down. Near the goal line, there's a bad snap on, I don't remember the down, 2nd and 1 maybe, and he had to bobble it, popped it up, caught it, was able to secure it. They lost a couple yards, but they didn't lose the football. And a couple plays later, after Ryan Lutz got stoned at the 1-yard line, he runs it in on 4th and goal. One of those epic games that you talk about for years, honestly. And I think those plays, particularly the 4th down conversion, that's going to be something people remember. Do you remember when Patrick Greisen was dead to rights, 4th and 8 or whatever it was, and he was able to get that ball out to a really great receiver in Jediah Niskern, and And that's it. That's how West De Pere wins this football game. You knew they would have the ability to drive down the field, score. Then it was just a matter of making the extra point when, when Homestead was unable to do that. At least you could say it was blocked, the extra point of Homestead's, and it was a football play. It wasn't
missed or something.
Yeah, it wasn't like a shank or off a goalpost or something. Homestead or West De Pere rather made a football play. I don't think we even got the name of the kid who blocked it. I'd like to get that information.
Yeah, I didn't see who got his hand on it. It was kind of a big scrum, so it was always tough to see. But what a way to end our varsity game of the week football live stream slate. Looks like we had a fantastic viewership, which is great, and very appreciative of everybody watching. We're not sure what we'll be doing. Well, I know what we'll be doing next, just don't know the game. But we will shift gears and tip off our high school basketball slate. I'll announce the game on my Twitter account, so please give me a follow at PCBrettC, and you can access our previous Game of the Week live streams on our USA Today Network Wisconsin websites. Just go to the sports section and scroll down until you see the Watch Our Varsity Game of the Week Prep live streams link. And once again, thanks to our playoff sponsor, Unison Credit Union. Unison Credit Union is proud to sponsor our Game of the Week playoff live streams with 6 locations throughout Northeast Wisconsin. Unison Credit Union offers low rates, local decisions, and fast approvals. Visit unisoncu.org to get started today. And our season sponsors, Cellcom and Piggly Wiggly. Switch to Cellcom and they'll buy out your current contract and you get 6 months free. Keep your phone, keep your number, and get Wisconsin's local network built for you. Visit a store, cellcom.com, for details. And Piggly Wiggly is proud to support Wisconsin high school athletics. As your local grocery store, they're committed to making a difference in the community, both on and off the field. Shop local, shop the pig. JR, thank you for making the drive up from the Milwaukee area. Appreciate it. It's always fun working with you. We talk to each other on Teams here and there, but it's good to see you in person. So thank you for doing that and making some time out for us.
Yeah, man, I would do it in a heartbeat anytime. Again, Fox Valley, this is my hood. I enjoy being up here, and I enjoy high school football, especially at this level of the season. So happy to do it, happy to contribute. Great game. I'm so glad I saw this game. And we'll be doing some live blogging at JS Online, Journal Sentinel website. If you want to, I'll be doing some live blogging. Not so much from Camp Randall Stadium, always over next Thursday and Friday, but we'll have some updates for you, and you can check that out if you want to kind of passively keep in touch with what's going on in the state championship games. We'll be doing all 7 divisions, starting on Thursday, 4 games Thursday, 3 on Friday, and that will include this one, a 1 o'clock Friday game featuring West De Pere against Green Bay Notre Dame. And that should also be a very, very good game.
Good stuff. Fantastic. So look for that. That live blog will be also on the Green Bay Press Gazette and Post Crescent websites as well, so definitely check it out. So for the Milwaukee Journal Sentinels, J.R. Radcliffe, for Rosie, for Ricardo Arguello, who is over in covering the Winneconne game, and for Mike Sherry, who is covering the Little Chute game, I'm Brett Christopherson saying so long. And again, we'll be back at it for the high school basketball season, but thank you very much for all of your viewership during this great football season. Once again, the final score tonight. It was a thriller. It was a classic. It was a fantastic WIAA Division II state semifinal game. West De Pere, a late touchdown to pull it out. The Phantoms win 35-34.